No, I got the days off that you said, Thursday, Friday. And then, of course, Saturday, Sunday, too. Yeah, I was thinking, if you didn't want to do Doomsday back-to-back, we could do Dune on Friday, but you also haven't watched the first two, so you have some catching up to do.
I'm ready. So I have the regular show is Thursday and 40X Friday.
Or is there anywhere running a Dune trilogy marathon?
It's 95% of our songs are taken, but imagine Dune trilogy in 40X.
Right. Just riding the sandworm for 9 hours straight. Zero intermissions. Just me and you back, chest to back on Shai Hulud. Yeah, we just out here riding our worms.
We're talking about Doomsday today, and I have EAs to people. There was an adult just trying to hang in the corners. We're talking about and I'm taking that Friday off, so I do have work that day, but not. So really didn't get up early, whatever. Either way, so yeah. I'm taking that day off. I just and then they're like, wait, no. Why don't you keep us on a field trip to go watch that? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm watching it with myself. And immediately, like, and then I hear the adults start laughing. I told them that right away. No.
Yeah, actually, let's not. That moment when you'd rather be at work. Mic check.
All right, let's see if they can hear us.
Can you hear us? Hear us? Hear us? Hear us?
I didn't think you hear the whole beginning of that intro.
God damn it.
Sorry, you guys heard extra content. Shout out to our Patreon. That's free exclusive content.
It's all for you.
Yeah. Oh, they have it.
Just
So we do it
give us a little reach around. That's all we ask.
And a like.
Now you hear what we bullshit
No,
about.
just a reach
Talk about
around.
what we got going on. Have you guys heard that? I'm not letting a bunch of students crash my doomsday party. We're riding sandworms.
100%.
Hell yeah, brother.
1,000 sandworms.
All right, sandworms. Welcome to the Blu-rays podcast, episode number 350. The podcast where three guys with partners in houses and careers talk about video games and whatever else they want to about the week, because that's what we do every week. Just three dudes, controversial podcast.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Three dudes being dudes.
Three dudes being dudes.
As we dudes.
As we dudes. Next, we'll talk about our careers, because we can all talk about that. So, how are you guys this week?
Pretty
Fucking
good.
tired.
One week.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What'd y'all do this week?
No, we're doing a big fucking rollout of some new network gear at work, and my ass is fucking tired.
Hell yeah. Do you miss your weekly updates?
No, it's a different kind of stress. There on some level I do miss Patch Tuesdays because I did so much more at my last job, and for me as a human being, I miss doing so much more. This job has been so fucking easy, and I hate it.
Like the opposite of me. I've been so not busy all this week, and I love it.
Well, the problem is that like we don't have anything for me to like sharpen my skill set on, so I quite literally just sit in a broom closet all day, fucking watching YouTube videos.
You know what? That we're not gonna say anything yet. We're not there yet, but That makes sense why behind the scenes David's been a lot more antsy to do extra shit. He's like,
Yeah.
I am not creatively satisfied at my job. Give me more shit to do. Jesus Christ. That
Yeah,
makes a lot of
and that was
sense.
the thing is, at my last job, I was, managing a global company, 40 servers and 400 computers across 30 countries. Now I am managing 3 schools in a school system, wearing a trench coat, and
Stop wearing trench
yeah,
coats in
it's
schools.
it's fucking boring. Because like the
Yeah.
biggest shit that happens is like now where it's like, okay, time to put in new equipment. And we just got quoted today that we need to update all of our security cameras, so that'll be an after hours thing. But
Okay.
I am in talks for a job offer that I may take.
Ooh,
Oh hell yeah!
nice.
Same place or
It's
different?
it's a bump down in title. It is the same amount of pay. But the idea with it is that it would basically be allowing me to do a lot more again and actually
I was about to
be
the
I was
dude.
waiting for it to be like it's a bump down in title, same amount of pay, and I have to do so much more work.
yeah,
'Cause
basically.
but
Yeah, that's
bro is down bad for the system right now.
I the problem is especially in tech, if you're not using your skills, they rust so quickly. And I miss being in an environment that actually challenges me because the biggest issue with me is if I'm not being challenged, I get bored. And when I get bored, I do not give a fuck. And there is nothing more dangerous than a David that does not give a fuck about what he's doing at his day job.
Hell yeah, brother.
So I
just
don't like
wish
being that
I wish there
person.
was a more healthy way of doing it than saying I'll take a demotion just to get some more work on that. But I mean,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying for sure.
The idea is though is even if I do get that offer and I do take it,
You got more ways to
the
move up.
wife and I have been exactly there's more ways to move up, but also the wife and I have been having a lot more conversations recently about moving. So probably in the next 5 years we're moving somewhere closer to an actual city. We're not sure if we're staying in New England and just moving closer to Mass, or if we might be going to like the tri-state area right now. But there's just
Oh yeah.
nothing fucking here to advance my career.
That's fair.
And there won't be anything for her locally for her career either. So if we want to do anything further in what we want to do with our careers, we basically have to move closer to a metropolitan
If
area.
you get closer to Boston, I'll visit a lot, dude.
Genuinely, that is one of the places we're not considering Boston proper because
Oh yeah.
Oh,
neither of
'cause
us
you don't
can
have a
tolerate
millionaire?
driving in
Yeah.
Boston.
Also, you're not millionaires.
That too. That too. But probably, lower New England or the tri-state area. Upstate New York is kind of one of the areas we're contemplating right now. But that's not a today problem. It's probably after 5 years of being here still because we'll want to consolidate. My car is the last one that we're paying off, but we'll need to replace one of our other cars soon. Because this was the last
I
year
think
it
this
was gonna
whole
pass
talk's way too
inspection.
fucking adult for this podcast. Some of our audience might not understand it, so we probably got to move on from.
That's true. I'm sorry. The real life problems of having a house and 3 cars. I understand.
I
Everyone
want to
can
hear about the
understand.
401k next. What are the options?
Well, you see, the 401k is shit. It's only a 50%
Oh,
investment
is
after a 2-year period up to the first 4% that you put into it. It's really fucky. Honestly, the only good benefit about my current job is the fact that medical and dental, I paid $10 a fucking paycheck for that.
Oh,
So I
that's
pay like fucking nothing.
you mean
So that's gonna suck paying real money again for insurance.
you
But
mean
again, I'm sorry. These are concepts that some people are, it's beyond them.
you wait, hold on. 401k isn't the price tag of a special edition video game.
No.
Yikes.
I know.
Yeah, it's not the new Warhammer game either.
No,
You
I
hate
couldn't
those
even buy a
too.
Warhammer Mini.
Warhammer.
Look at the fucking size of the straw,
401k.
by the way. They had. I fucking hate this shit. The first world
I
problems
hate
like a
that
motherfucker,
so
but
much.
I don't give a shit.
Or like whenever you get a regular drink, but all they have are slushy straws. It's like, no, this does
Or
not
the
work.
opposite
how it's
fucking
supposed to.
issue. You want a slushy?
Right.
They don't have a straw. They just give you or paper ass straws, which fucking biggest bullshit ever. Because like you end up using 2 or 3 of those things. It's like, well, that was a waste. Like, why just use more shit for that?
You're telling me you don't carry around your own metal straw,
I
dog?
used to, and then I stopped because what the fuck.
Yeah, it seems fine after a while, but then once you do it like 4 or 5 times, like this is getting tedious.
I feel like a vegan. I don't know
Yeah, you
why.
feel like vegan,
Yeah.
forget it, blah.
Or
Kels-
just don't be a coward and drink without a straw.
Kels, how was your week?
Not too bad. Going back to the week before, I forgot to talk about it a little bit, but I went and seen my white grandma, got in touch with her, had lunch with her.
A white one, you know.
Right, yeah, I have to differentiate. It's from that side of the family.
Oh yeah.
It was really good. She seems like a really cool person. She was just kind of caught up in a bad deal between like her kid just not caring and my family being like overbearing and caring extra lot.
Mm.
And especially now, like her kids are kind of assholes and don't really talk to her a whole lot. And I don't know, me being removed, maybe she was an asshole at one point, but like now with me being a 30-plus-year-old man with a job, with a 401k, married, beautiful wife, I get along with her a whole lot more, and that we can kind of connect a bit more. And it was really cool.
I'm gonna make a speech for the first time ever. What's I gonna say?
Married, employed,
Yeah,
401k.
married and employed and Social Security and
I mean,
health
let's be
insurance.
honest. Our generation will never actually know retirement, but
Correct, but
But
the
it's nice that we're
illusion's
working.
there.
Yeah, that's how we're working at it though. So
I know what it is.
we'll be
and I'm
less
actively
poor when
contributing.
we're old. Is the key
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I consider it just like my my little squirrel stash. Like I have nuts hidden away, I just can't get to them right now,
Hell
but I
yeah.
know they're there, and that's
Good
what
way-
matters.
Good way of putting it. That's good. I feel like it's you shouldn't be beholden to your your life choice like that. If you can start fresh with someone, you know, it's like if you're that person you are,
Yeah.
sometimes your bridges are burned, but if you can start new ones, it's not the biggest deal.
For sure. Like I'm not one like okay, so I am one to burn a bridge, and like I'm completely fine doing that for like the appropriate reason, right? Because like there's numerous people in my life I just cut off and didn't talk to them till the day they died,
I
and
know
even
about
after
that.
then, just yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah, Kels is an OG, you know.
Hell yeah. But there's certain situations where people come in now your life, and it's not entirely their choice to do so, and it's kind of petty not to forgive them and try to build that relationship, especially when they're reaching out to you. That's the big thing.
I mean, if you haven't already, then whatever. That's not a big deal.
Right. Like I'm probably not going to go out of my way to search them out, but if they come to you, then I mean that's probably some sort of intervention happening
Making
there
the first step.
for sure.
Yeah, and Ben doesn't mean
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna be the person there forever, right? It's like, yeah, no, I mean we're connected, but it doesn't mean you're gonna like be as a big entity in my life anymore. I was like,
Right.
we'll see.
That's kind of what I told her. I was like, I'd love to have you in my life more. I'd love to make this more of a recurring thing and see where it goes from there, right? Like if it ends up good, then that's awesome. I have someone there that never knew before.
Oh yeah.
And if not, I mean, it's just one less person to talk to, like it was before. But other than that, it's been really good. It was really good to do that and spend some time with them this weekend.
Hell yeah.
What about you? How's your week been? Back to school. I have so many other friends that are teachers, and just hearing like their war stories or just like so I have a few friends I play TCGs with, and just seeing them sit down at the table and just kind of like have that shell shocked look on them. It's like, yeah, it's first week back, isn't it?
Yeah. It was the first full week back, and that was interesting. It was actually today is funny because it was the first day I finally got shit confirmed that I need to be doing. Like we weren't sure if we're gonna do the film competitions again. We weren't sure if we're gonna do our esports with the same people again. So like the kids come in there like, what are we doing? I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm having to buy time and shit. So I'm like, in my room, I had to move all that shit on my own dime. I didn't know they paid anything. But it was like my own time. I had to move shit. And the rooms still aren't ready because I went from 1 classroom to 2 classrooms, technically 3 classrooms all at once now. So I have to like move everything around. So, and then little things, I get an email from one of my bosses this morning. Say, hey, a nurse said that a kid went in there and got shocked when they took out their Chromebook. So what outlet were you using? And is that often? I'm like, I don't know. I just moved in a week ago. I guess. I don't know. So I put a work order. I don't know. There's a lot of shit. And then the fucking hard part about the beginning of the school year is I had approximately 125 to 150 new students. Well, I mean, mix of new and old, but students for that year.
Right.
And because they get shuffled around, I don't know everyone's names. I'm like, I don't really care to learn everyone's names right away because I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna know you in like 2 weeks when your classes get swapped, because a lot of them do. You know, they gotta get
Right. You
credits or
got to
whatever.
finalize your schedule and shit.
Yeah, so I like by week 2, I actually give it like I start learning about like names. Like, all right, this person, start establishing names, but I just don't. Um, I had one class had approximately 43 students in it. Uh,
Shit.
yeah, so I had to accommodate for that, and the fucking classroom was cramped. So finally, I've been weeding it down little by little. Um, so I removed some tables and got it so I can walk around pretty easily now. But like every chair is like taken, so it's still kind of crowded. But and then like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of killing time because like the room's not ready, and then we're not. I don't know what we're doing. We just got confirmation today what we're doing for esports, which is fucking weird. Let me pull this up really quick because I wasn't planning on going to this, but let me pull this up. Uh, we're doing a different service this year, like without the one. I guess I don't know. I don't want to speak on anything like drama because I was trying to be Snoop, like trying Snoopy's not the world. I just want to know what the fuck was going on, because we were like, well, we're gonna do this or not. So I was kind of looking around. I couldn't really find anything. But I was so curious as to why. But either way, we're not using who we used to use. So like, it was weird because like today, midday, I didn't know. I still had no idea. The kids are asking me every day what we're gonna do. I'm like, I don't know. And I finally for the first time ever in my school history, I have a nice little section in the classroom now. It's a fucking shitty uh shelf for like a placeholder shelf until I get a nice one eventually. There's a corner with a shelf with like 6 of our trophies and like 7 of our medals, and 3 of our film stuff. So I got my own little corner of like my little award corner there.
Oh
So that
yeah.
was cool. But as I'm putting everything up, I'm like, I don't know if we're even competing in any of this shit this year, which is fucking weird. So I felt weird, but like I must have put the energy in the world because they're like, all right, wait, no, hold on, we got updates. So I'm like, cool. So it's like after this, I actually I got overwhelmed for a second. I'm like, cool. I like immediately had a nap. I'm like, all right, my brain's tapped out. But when I woke up, I'm like, all right, cool. Once this podcast is done, I'm gonna start actually organizing shit and figuring it out now. So we're good on that. Oh, I know what I was doing. Let me see. We're doing
So
something.
what?
What?
So what they changed about it? Was it just like a new term?
So it was. So we
Yeah.
used a service,
Mm,
and then I guess they changed it, and it's weird. So last time I can list it off now. I've listed off all the time. Smash, Splatoon, Kart, Rocket League, Street Fighter 6, League of Legends, uh, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, Madden, and they had chess on there. They had Pokemon Unite, and I forget what else. I might be missing one. So those were the games. Okay, Valorant, I think was the one I was missing. Okay, this year we swapped a new thing, and the kids are all, and that's the hard part is the kids are like asking what games we're gonna play. I'm like, well, I don't know because technically none of the games are confirmed. I'm like, I'd be shocked if something like Smash was not there. So like, I feel like you could put a fair statement on that, but I have no idea. And so I was like, what are we playing? And I was like, and it sucks because like I actually got Madden people now. I got some players who are like, I'll do Madden, and because I'm now like in that realm of more esports stuff, I got people that are like, no, I now that I see you're here and I know you are connected, I'm here for esports. I'm like, cool. I don't know what we're playing, and they're like, when are you gonna know? I was like, I wish I knew when I was gonna know. I don't know. Like people that get paid more than me know. I don't know. But anyway, we got today. So Rivals, Overwatch, Smash, they're fine. And Splatoon,
Marvel Rivals.
yeah, uh,
Okay.
those 4 survived. Everything else either got nuked or changed in format. So actually, chess,
Hmm.
I guess, I don't know. We never really did chess.
Okay.
I kinda wanna-
So what were the top ones that
so
didn't get nuked?
so the 4 that stuck are Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, Smash, and Splatoon.
Okay.
So those 4 games are, in theory, untouched. I gotta actually look at the format because I literally learned this as I was like walking out of work. But those are the 4 that survived. The games are admittedly a little interesting, but we're missing some big boys. So League, Valorant are gone. Madden's gone, which is really unfortunate now that I got players on there. Street Fighter 6 is gone, which is a fucking huge bummer. We got the gold, and then they don't have it anymore.
That does suck to not
Interesting.
have any like good actual fighting game
Especially
representation
because
on there.
and you're gonna love this. I have one student who's just a Tokon head right now. He's craving it. He's like, tell me we're doing that. I'm like, 99% we're not doing it because like it takes so long for because it has to get approved somewhere up there and because and I'm speaking out of line, but I mean it's my presumption is that the people that approve this stuff don't understand the world of esports where everything is so lively, right? So it's like
Right.
to us, to them, it's like, oh wait, soccer is always a thing, so therefore it's a sport, so therefore we approve it. It's done forever, right? It's like no. There's updates or iterations. You got to keep improving this stuff. Um, new
Yeah, old
games,
heads just aren't gonna understand like the wave things go
but they're
on,
the ones
right?
that
Like
run it because it's still under
exactly.
the sporting stuff.
Like
So
they'll figure it out like a year down the line when like
they
Tokon's had its wave and
they
on the
approved
decline.
Overwatch after Rivals released. Like right after Rivals released,
That's
and it was
very
like that. That
funny.
was like the dead part, you know. That's when like it was gone. Like all the coaches were in here were like, "Yeah, you got to approve Rivals." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Well, the game we asked you to approve for the past couple of years is now mostly dead." They're like, "What do you mean it's dead?" It's like, all right, this is a weird conversation to have. Like anyway,
Right.
um,
How do I explain this to someone that in a way they would understand?
yeah, because it makes sense, right? They're like, "What do you mean people aren't playing soccer this year, but they can still play it? Why? How does it not get popularity?" But yeah, I understand to an extent, but also like at that point, hire someone that just doesn't understand. Because if it's really that hard to comprehend, you gotta have someone just decipher it for you. You know?
Right. And you have like a liaison
Yeah,
specifically for that.
exactly. Oh, actually, I just noticed Rocket League got cut. Didn't notice that. Uh,
That's kind of big. So like I was really wondering
well,
like
I
I feel like
didn't say that because originally because Rocket League is on here, but it's not for high schoolers, and it's only two v
oh,
two.
that's weird, right?
Yeah, so that got cut, uh, which is actually fucking crazy now that I think about it.
Well,
What that
well,
that,
I
that
also think it's really weird to me to cut something like League too, especially with how like
no,
they focus a
god
lot
damn
on
it.
like scholastic ventures and shit.
There was one game on here that I saw, but I saw it's also not open to high schoolers. I saw this and I'm like, that's fucking weird, but low key, I think that'd be kind of fun as fuck. Overcooked 2 was on here. I was like, I would coach the fuck out of an Overcooked team. That actually sounds really fun. Um, you guys would kind of be hyped about this, and this is an excellent reason to hop into this. Pokemon Champions is in,
Interesting.
so I'm like, cool, all
See,
right,
I've always wondered why. So like, are you familiar with Pokemon TCG at all?
none.
So for I know David is
Yeah.
for the kids side of it, like whenever you win a championship, they do a college fund. So I've always wondered why like schools don't have like more emphasis on doing like Pokemon or Nintendo related stuff because usually their stuff for younger kids is beneficially
I
tied to like their education.
so I think it depends on the program that they have to use
For
specifically.
sure. For
Um,
sure. I just wonder why it's not like a more universal thing with how they actively go to put money forward
so
towards education.
the other one that we use let us. They eventually approved Pokemon Unite, but this one that we're using now is not Pokemon United. Like, there's
Mm,
only Pokemon Champ. It's weird. The biggest change, which I'm gonna get, actually, let me go to the other ones because there's one really fucking weird change that I think is really not great. Uh, Fortnite is in there. We had that before. It was like Ground Wars. Now it's Elimination Race. I don't know which one's different on there. There's a Minecraft build challenge. I don't know what that is. Brawlhalla, which was originally only open to middle schoolers, is open to high schoolers now. Which I think is actually kind of cool because I don't understand why they removed it. If you got middle schoolers playing
yeah.
Brawlhalla, I get smashed there, but like let them play that in the high school. That's fine. Tetris Effect is in there, which is gonna be cool playing. I'm down to coach a little bit of Tetris. I love Tetris. The big one that's I hate is Cart is back, but it's only time trials.
That's
Interesting.
weird.
Yeah, I mean like low key, I do better in time trials, especially because I have
Oh
somebody
yeah.
that can just cook. But I don't like that at all
No.
whatsoever because it's all solo. It's like that takes away a lot of the team base. Because even like Smash, even though it's solo based, and I don't know the way this works. I hope it's the same way because it was solo based, but it was 3-person teams.
Right.
So I think I explained this before. It's like you still got to win the best 2 out of 3 in the set as a team. So it's like you send a player, they send a player. Whoever plays set, whoever wins that set, team gets 1 point. And even though that format was really funky when I first joined, I actually like it a lot because it's still team based and you still got to work together, and it implements the coach how to balance players around
Yeah.
well.
So TCGs kind of have the same thing because there's a 3v3 team format in a lot of TCGs. It's the
Okay.
same situation. Like you really want to try to decide who's facing what person because you know like what this person's on, what their strengths are, and you can see what the other people are playing. So you want to try and match them right, but
Mm-hmm.
it's all a die roll.
All right. So it's different, and then I guess they're gonna this thing that we're using now is going to make a let's see, I forget where it's set, but they're gonna make a dedicated league for us later on. I don't know. It's all weird. I think it's because the other format is starting to grow a monopoly into the format, and they're demanding a lot more money because of that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, very interesting. It's all logistics, obviously. Way above mine. I'm just glad we got something so I can just tell you what games I got. I'm just ready.
I'm surprised there's not some sort of like unified like UIL sort of program for it, right?
Yeah, you would
Seems
think.
kind of weird.
No, the U.S. is always weird with the competition stuff. It's like always bizarre hearing how much thousands of dollars you got to pay to get your kid to play soccer.
Right.
Fucking weird. But that was work. This weekend was an interesting one. Let me tell you guys how this 40-hour film challenge went.
More work.
Oh man, it was work, but holy shit. All right. Because I haven't really talked to you guys about any of it because I was locked the fuck in. We all meet up right after school. We all meet this motel, which the girls were the ones staying in there because they lived farthest away. And then the night, I obviously had my own place, and then the other dude that came in through, just went back. So we had the girls crash out because yeah, they're far out. I didn't want to drive way out there to go back and forth for them, so they hung out there. We're hanging out there. I feel bad. It wasn't as sketchy as it could have been for sure, but it was still fine. It was like they're like, I'm like, this place is fine. You've not seen sketchy, but we go down to get our plate our thing, and what it is you got to pick blind boxes essentially, and each box has two different genres in there. You got to pick one, or you draw for a third, and you have to pick whatever the one you drew is. Uh,
See,
so
whenever I've done a 48-hour film festival, we've done that before, and then we've also done one box is an object, and then the other one is like a phrase
so
and like different mixtures of that.
everyone gets a prop, a phrase, and a character line or a
Yeah,
character name and profession that they have to put in their film somewhere.
there you go.
You competed in or you watched them?
Oh, I've competed in a few like that because
Yeah.
whenever I was going through school, there was a 48-hour film festival every year, and they made us do it. So it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
all right, well,
Nice.
hard project.
Yeah, no, we signed up like we paid for all this, and I mean I paid for all this. They seeing as I was the adult. The second oldest was just recent graduate of a school at like 22 years old, which has no money. He has no money as well. So I'm like, all right, I paid for entry. I paid for website. I paid for hotel. I paid for most of the food. I was like, at some point they wanted to go to like some other restaurant. I'm like, all right, you guys pay for this one. I'm not paying
That's
for
on
everyone.
you.
Yeah, everyone else. I was like, yeah, they didn't need like all they need. I was like, yeah, I paid for everyone to get some breakfast. So it wasn't that bad. But anyway, uh, so it was me and the girls. Both the guys were booked up until one of them was free later. So we get there. One team, one girl went up there. God bless. I want to know what happened with that one because she pulled musical and sports film, and she looked so disappointed, which is rightfully so because those ones. I mean, I imagine if you're her, it's probably hard for that end because those are both. I do sports/game film. That's fine with me enough. But musical, that's the one that we're all like, no, I'm not doing the musical, 100%.
That sounds like fun though. Like that doesn't sound like something like I'd personally be into to watch or to make. But if I drew it, it's one of those things like, huh, this is something that you could you could stretch the imagination with,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
it
you
can
can agree
be
with any of them,
more
but with
surreal.
48 hours, I want something I know I could feel confident in. I'm not making a musical, right? Like I'm not in that realm whatsoever. So our whole group was like, we're
Musical
adamant.
comedy.
I mean, no, so you could do one or the other too. So it's like they could have just done straight sports film, no music whatsoever.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
that's so easy.
Yeah, but we were like for sure no musical. So if we pulled musical and anything else that we really hated, we'll redraw so we don't get those. Otherwise, we're pretty happy with whatever else.
See,
So
my thinking is like, no, I'm doing them both. I'm gonna fucking nail both of these.
funny enough, we got romance or utopian/dystopian, and that
Yeah,
one.
that'd be cool.
And ironically enough, we kind of did one that was both. We were like, this kind of meld, and we decided just to go for a romance, but like the story I told was sort of utopian. So we pulled that, and then we spent the next couple hours just driving around getting whatever equipment we needed, and then went back, and I was letting my brain roam. Uh, we didn't get the idea because me and the actress and the my other guy that rolled up there, who was like my first one of my when I first got to teach the film program, he was my first student of the year that year. So he's had a couple of years since he's graduated under his belt of doing actual production. Shout out to him. He's pretty on it now because he has to do all that stuff at the college he was at. So he was very strict on it. So while the rest of the crew was a little more lighthearted, he was a lot more like of the like, all right, we got to keep on this, like, you know. But I was there to mellow him out because he was very much on the like set mindset of like, all right, guys, we got to hustle, get the fuck on it right now.
He was on the mindset of, oh shit, my grade counts for this.
No, actually,
Yeah.
so at one point, we noticed that, and we didn't say anything, but at one point, the one of mine that was running the Clapper had wrote 2025, and we joked like I joked after we were like, guess we got started over production, we had the wrong year on it. We joked, but he was like, yeah, that shit would knock my grade down a whole like
Yeah.
yeah, and I get that, but I had to mellow him out. I'm like, hey, first off, told the whole group like this is for fun. We like next year we're gonna do it again. We promised ourselves 2 years on this. It's like this year for fun. Let's figure it out. Next year we'll go for the gusto. We'll go as crazy as we can with it. But let's just have fun with it. You know, like, either way, even the way I want to have fun both times. But like let's have fun.
Next year, hit me up. I'll come down for that and we'll do something for it. I
Hell
think that'd
yeah,
be fun.
hell yeah, brother. You just got me so hyped for that. So let me tell you how it went. So yeah, because all right, pulled that. I'm letting my brain roam because I mean, first off, like I already. I was talking to my buddy who also does films. I really want him to join, but he's a little bit of the mind of like one, it's not this isn't really good of a film indicative, and I get that it's like not really like you're not providing the best film, but it's coming to. I think we talked about this last week. Yeah, he like he thinks they're cool, but like not for like what him. He wants to like make his idea like for all the way through. He doesn't want to like be like, all right, well, what did I put out? Is put out. But I get that's a difference of creative juice on there. But also he's not really good with stress on that end. Like he can work with it, but he doesn't like the. But I told him, let me try it, and I ran a pretty good thing. Like we had one set of tears from ironically from that person, but it was because like they were just stressed out, and we just ran a whole thing, you know. So I get it, but we were pretty good. So anyway, we didn't get the story kind of slowed it down until like 11:30 that night. I wrote for about an hour, and I kind of just like ADHD'd it, where it was like it was really broken up, but the basic idea was there. Went out for breakfast next morning. Um, and I pieced together by the time we just found a set, which I was so locked in on the script. I'm like, how the we need and we used the I saw the TV glow as a lighting reference. Uh
Mm.
and so my mind was bouncing around a billion places, but we're like, all right, we need a living room that could fit this vibe. I was like, I don't want to use my living room because it doesn't fit the retro vibe. We had to bounce around. And then I don't know why it was so blank, but the guy I just told you about, the guy who's done films, my buddy, his wife, who's like one of my best friends, they use their living room all the time for fucking music videos and shit, and it fits the exact vibe. I just did not. I just blanked, and so we're driving now. We're racking our heads. We're like, all right, we call this person. Call this person. I'm driving us back to the hotel. I look at my phone because I got a text, and she's like, hey, if you don't have this, hit me up. I'm like, holy shit! And everyone's like, are you all right? I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. We're just going there. And so I called her up. She's like, oh yeah, you're fine. I gotta leave at 7. You're good. I'm like, and they're like, hey, you're good. You're good. I'm like, no, what the fuck? And they're like, you were just working on script. You're good. I'm like, oh my God. All right, whatever. So, uh, actually, let me, I made a trailer for this, film too, because I've been so antsy, with the content and everything. And actually, I'm really fucking proud of what it is. Like, I do know that if we don't win, I understand why, because what happened, unfortunately, was the whole point was day 1. So after that, get the script done, and we're behind on that. That's my fault, but I mean we got there. Day 2 was production. Day 3 was editing, and the point was all the most of the girls had to go back to because they started college today actually at their new year. Uh, both the guys, one guy I guess they graduated, and the other guy is local for college. So it's supposed to be me and the bros are hanging out editing. Both bros had to fall out last second. I'm like, all right, cool.
Oof.
So I was like, all right, let's do this. And I got the footage. I was expecting the footage around like 9 a.m. Didn't get till 1, and I was already stressed out a bit. And then I had an idea for a new intro. So I had to call my actress, and we had to audio record a new intro. and I submitted it with 7 minutes to spare. And
Mm.
48 hour, and I know I burn it in my brain. I gotta shut the fuck up about it because I know it. But the 48-hour film challenge is like, no film is perfect. You're gonna have a lot of films with a lot of issues, and that's okay. My film, I know, it's honestly, I'm trying to not like get in my own head about it, but like it's really good. I just, the audio is the issue because it's too quiet, which I fixed. I told my student, like, if it was a fucking 49 hour film challenge, I would have fucking had it. Give me one more hour just to sweep it one more time, because all it took was like one more sweep to be like, audio crank 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 crank. There was like one small frame glitch that I had to work because I was editing things and trying to trim things down. If I had just fixed that in like next hour, I think this was golden. Like I all I did was like, since then I tinkered around a little bit. I recorded one piece of audio, and that's about it. But let me throw you guys the trailer. I'm not supposed to share the actual video, but let me show you the trailer at least. By this time next week, I'm allowed to. The competition's already going to be done by Sunday, so I can show the video at it wherever afterwards. But let me send this to you guys right now. And then yeah, so we were allowed to make a 48-second trailer, and I made this trailer, and it's hard because we only use 2 different sets on this. So I was like, how the fuck do I make a trailer out of this? I don't know. I feel like it was pretty good. But you guys not having seen the film at all, tell me what you guys think. Let me see if I can make it pop up on here.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. I know when we're ready to rock.
Cool. Let me.
I'm already watching it. My bad.
Oh, you're good. All right. Oh my God, I hate. Why? Let me reshape this screen, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. That's cut off for some of you guys. My bad. Whatever. All right. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go for it. I can explain it. So, a memory recall enables a person to focus their mind into a single memory. It lets you relive that memory over and over, but it's up to you to rebuild it detail by detail until it's absolutely perfect. Timeless. The only downside is it may take a while and a lot of resetting. So we're going to attempt a memory recall of your husband, correct?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
I'm starting to forget him.
Okay. So
Initial impression, very much giving me To the Moon vibes.
funny you say that.
Imagine that.
So let me go through. This podcast is gonna be a little bit of that. There's not been really any news, I don't think, this week, so we're kind of vibing.
I mean, we had D23, so Kels and I have a lot of
My
shit to
bad.
talk
Yeah.
about.
So I'm gonna shut the fuck up in a little bit, but so romance and utopian relationship. I'm like, I could do that. That's fine. But as I'm sitting there, I'm realizing like it's real, and so unfortunately, one of the girls on my film crew had their mother pass away a few days ago. And it was like, all right, and they were like gonna drop out. I'm like, drop out if you need to, please. But also, I'm like, also consider it like, sometimes working through it can kind of help. You know, you're not just sitting there sulking the entire time. So they actually wanted to, so they came back on. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I've never written romance before. And also it's really fucking hard to be romantic when you're grieving, you know?
Yeah.
And romance, and we're like, and we had to like stop ourselves because I'm like, we're pitching stuff. I'm like, it can't be it's not a drama, so it can't end dire. It's still a romance. It's still got to have a lot of those feelings in it. So we were really set on bittersweet because that music in the background, we used 2 songs that a former student of mine, we had needed music. He's like, yeah, hey, here's like 7 unreleased songs I have. Take whatever you need, and we'll figure it out from there. And that was one of the songs, and
Hell yeah.
I'm like, cool, perfect. This is bittersweet, and we're going through it, and then something about memories start popping up, and I'm like, hold up. And I actually read the synopsis To the Moon to everyone, and they're like, huh. And I was like, yeah, there's something in this memory thing that we can kind of find here, some way, somehow. And same thing with it, like I kind of rewatch it. I've heard multiple people say it's not at all that, but like it's very reminiscent of Eternal Sunshine. Which I gotta rewatch because I hated it the first time, but I'll rewatch it and give it another try. Maybe I was not right head, not the right headspace. But so we were doing that and we did it. I got the whole thing out there, cut it close, and I think even with the final edit with the small glitches it is, I already fixed and re-edited, and we're definitely like I'm in love with it. And I told like I was like very upfront with my class. I played it for them and they're like, oh, this is really good. I'm like, all right, I need to make sure you guys aren't just being like, I'm like everyone I've shown was like, oh, that's really good. I even showed my family because I had my aunt and uncle came down, and I don't see them very often. And they were talking to them and they started teasing me like, ha ha, you had to write a romance. I'm like, yeah, I know, whatever. But I was like, I did it good, I think. And I showed them and they shut the fuck up. They're like getting a little. I'm like, okay. All right, I'm getting reactions, but these are people from the people I know. Maybe people are being biased because they know me, whatever. But I'm gonna be so honest, and I can't tell you, I can't pinpoint it. I don't know what it was, and maybe it was just the combination of all of it. But dude, so first off, I should, actually I can't say that. I'll save it for when I can show you guys. That way you guys can see the whole thing. So there's one detail I'll share next week if you guys. I'll send it to you guys later.
Yeah.
But dude, when I made 3 different endings because we actually go off script for it because the actor suggested, hey, can we swap these things around really quick? I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm
You
open.
say, no, I'm the director.
Yeah, and I don't, and I mean, I hear those stories now, but I mean, also I can't say because this wasn't a big production, right? This was like 7 or 8 people. But I was like, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I was like, I'll try. Like, it's not the script, and I've had the ending in my mind when I wrote it. I love where the ending was. It was a hard. I love like a line drop, hard cut out. That's like there's like certain stuff I love. Like I love a needle drop. I love a title drop. I will fucking nail those all the time because I'm so fucking particular. I love a good title drop and needle drop. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll try it. And so I made 3 different endings of different things shuffled around, and I actually tried his suggestion first, even though it wasn't like the first one. I was like, all right, this is really quick to edit. Boom, boom, try that. Boom, 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 and I saved a couple parts. The way I edit is very sloppy, but like there's the ending, and I just cut out a couple parts to put in the rest of the timeline. Dude, I let the ending scene run through, and I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like the culmination of a stressful weekend. Maybe it was the culmination of just like the grief that I put in myself in this film, and maybe it was like the first time ever having directed something because like I may have directed with the students, right, like the kids, but that's different. This is like an actual like adult production. I got to write something serious for, and seeing that, and I don't know if it was that, but I can't tell you how I was like, what the fuck? I was freaking the fuck out because literally I played it through, let it run through, and like just on first attempt, everything lined up, and I just started crying, dude. I played the ending, I was just like crying. I jumped the fuck up. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It looks so good. Oh my god. I can't tell you. I think it was like just kind of a lot of just feeling all at once of just like letting go of a lot of things and being like, holy shit. Something I made is actually just playing right there. Like I wrote something on paper and it is on the fucking screen. Like they crushed it. And I'm again, I'm not trying to get like all like hyper competitive because I love competing, right? I'm always hyper competitive, but also I'm like, I told myself, I promised everyone we're gonna just have fun with it. And I really just want to see how everyone else did. I would love to see like how everyone else got about this, but like it was so cool. And like yeah, even seeing like I showed some of the crew and they're like, what the fuck, dude? I'm crying at this. Like it's fucking crazy. I'm like that's I don't know. Like it's so fucking wild to me that like, and I was telling the girlfriend on the way back because I was telling her this, right? I'm like, it's again, it's like I'm trying to not be down on myself. I just know that back part of my head like it's because everyone knows you and they're gassing you up a little bit. And I'm like it's you know what? Look, I was like, all I need if this, I love that I said that. You'll see why. But if I get like one person, I have no idea. If I get one fucking tear out of someone, I'm like, all right, peace out. I'm good. Shout outs. I appreciate you guys. Good night. That's all. Like I'm like, if I just reach someone that I didn't, that's not biased towards me. That's all I need. Give me one person that's not biased towards me that I got to, and I'm like, that's all I need on that end. But either way, like I'll let you guys see all that. But yeah, the production, it was good. It was fun. There was good vibes. Yeah, there was some stress on it, and yeah, we're hustling at certain points. But I mean, we're talking like college students led by a teacher that most of them had, not all of them, our first time doing this shit, like we kind of crushed a lot of that shit on there, and I like everyone was like, and it was so fun because I kind of got to do a whole side thing too, where it's like, some of the students get together and they're like, I don't know, man, like and they all talk to me, right? Or they're like, but I had bad blood with that person. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, I heard they shit talk to me all the time, and they just that. And I'm like, okay, we're adults now, and just trust me that no one gives a fuck. Anyone with substance doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Once you're an adult, it leaves in high school unless you're fucking weird. So, and I trust everyone that I ask to be on the production. I trust them. Like I don't just let everyone that graduates. I handpick the ones that I know have worked well over however many years to work well. So I don't invite everyone in the production because that's not how it works. So those that are on here, fantastic. And sure enough, they're fucking joking within like 2 hours. They're giggling. They're having fun. They're already best friends. They're already I'm like, see, that's because we move on. You know, like you guys aren't the same person. It was cool to see like all that work out. You know, so 100% come through. I would love to have some more crew on that. It was cool, and also it was cool because my buddy was telling me, he's like, the good thing about what you're doing is you're kind of in the perfect role right now, where it's funny because director is like almost the least knowledgeable on set. He doesn't know what the fuck anything is on there. He doesn't really know. He's like a lot of directors. The whole job of director is to maintain the workflow and make sure that the casting and acting is where you need to be, and let the crew handle what the crew handles. Let the DP knows everything they need to know about the camera. You know, the AD can handle a lot of the extra shit. Director, like you being like it's weird because like you being in like the big name
the
role.
idea.
Go ahead.
You're just the idea guy, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta leave it in the hands of the people that know how to make the idea come to fruition.
Yeah, and it's like it's kind of misconstrued, like, or yeah, it's misconstrued in Hollywood that like the director is like the all knowing for everything. Not really. It's like I mean he's discounting a lot of it, right? But in like a good way. He's like directors are kind of a dumbass, just like and like not saying he was like I'm not saying you are, but like you not having any actual professional experience in this, whereas everyone else around you does. It's kind of in the perfect boat of like you keep the good relations, you keep the good vibes, you bring the ideas, and they execute, and it kind of just works. Like you have a really good foundation on there, so just run with that and let's see how that goes. And I think that's how it was. Like I was bringing out the ideas, like let's do this, let's do this. All right, new, we shift around here. Let's try that, and they were like on it, dude. It was a really fucking cool weekend, and yeah, like even regardless of whatever happens this weekend, if we get any award at all, I'm just proud of my crew, dude. Like, I was like, thank you guys for like showing me we can bring an idea on there. And whenever there was stress, I had to be like, stop everyone and remind them, like, hey guys, 18 hours ago we had not a word on a page, and we're like 80% done with production right now. You know what I mean? Like, relax, we're good. And then just keep making sure that everyone's on that. And that's just the teacher and me coming out, right? Like, it's like guys, just relax, you're good, bring it back, and we had it. And it was cool because also, like I said, two of those, the actors in the film actually are not mine. They're from they're outsiders brought in. I fold them in. I got them in the fold just easily on that end.
Hell
That's
yeah.
always the important thing about this kind of stuff, right? Is because like a lot of people just aren't familiar with like how to go about it, right?
Mhm.
Because like you enter into a contest. It's a 48-hour film contest. There's other people entering. You're all having the goal of like trying to win, right? But it's one of those things you have to frame it correctly, because I mean, the thing isn't about winning. It's about putting out something good. If you put out something good, then winning will naturally follow after. I mean, if
Yeah.
it doesn't, then I mean, it's probably not something that it's worthwhile winning in
But
the first
also
place.
like, and you're done, right? Like it was a weekend of stress, and like aside from like little tinkerings you might do if you want to do a director's cut, which I already did. I just fixed a couple things I did right away, and you're done. Like you have a whole film you could put on IMDb. You're set on there. You know, it's already filmed at the festival.
Yeah, that's another thing. As long as you put out something good, something of quality, it's something of credit to you.
Exactly. Yeah, no, we were joking because like we would see the Instagram posts and they'd be like full ass people were booking out some big sets. You see the crew with like the vests on and they're running around with people. There's a craft table on there, and we're just 7 essentially college students and a teacher in a Motel 6, just on 2 beds right now. And I had to keep quiet, so I had my AirPod Maxes on with noise canceling so I could write, and everyone's just kind of vibing. But again, it works, you know. And I'm like, I can promise you, not that I'm happy about it, but I can promise you, a lot of those productions had a lot of stress. You know, there's a reason why like they have to teach you at these things. Don't stress, don't overthink. Make sure you sleep. Make sure you feed your crew. Make sure you do all this because like I can promise you, a lot of those things, it's just like some people went in just kind of like, oh yeah, I've done a film before, you know. But
Yeah, you have
that's
to realize too, a lot of those productions started off as like how you did. Like
yeah,
a lot of them were just like their buddies in the bedroom just fucking coming together, and eventually it just became a bigger thing.
yeah, and that's why I told him too. I'm like, regardless of what happens, remember, I think we did I think people enter this thing and don't finish. Plenty of people enter
Yeah.
and don't finish. Plenty of people enter, finish, and it's a really choppy product. They got to spend a couple hours just fixing afterwards if they want to mix it. I mean, I spent literally at max if you pinpoint in time, maybe not even an hour just retinkering because it was already pretty much perfect where it needed to be. And we're punching up, you know, like there's people have done this for many, many multiple years. The winners of the previous year are competing again. You know, like everyone's like been doing this, and we just came in just you know just what's the word, I guess, like just a hungry young crew that's wanted to like just do it and see what happens. And like I said, first year, let's do it for fun. Let's see what happens. And you know what? It was good. So next year, let's fucking go for it. Let's see what we can throw around a little more and have again, but not again. There's different mindsets you gotta have, but like have fun with it. Like for example, one of my students who's editing, I'm like, next year you're in, and we can avoid all these problems because like I'm gonna pass the footage off to you. You're gonna edit the whole time because I was like, I had to edit this whole thing in 6 hours before a deadline. They want you to edit as you go. Since you're a dedicated editor, I'm gonna pass the footage off to you. Like they're 100% locked in. Like, yeah, I want to be in it next year. I'm gonna be here. Let's do it. I was like, cool. So you're gonna get the footage as we're filming. That way we can edit. And by the time like we could submit early at that point, you know, if you're just editing, cool, then we're good. Like that's my position right now is like I'm just cherry picking you guys every year, and our crew's gonna get bigger and bigger and better just as time goes on. And fuck it, we're gonna go for it. You know. So yeah, no, 100%. Let's talk next time. It'll probably be this time around next year, and I'll let you know how this goes. I'm super excited for the event. I had to
Cool. I got
remind.
equipment too. These are my lights back here, and then I have my camera, all my camera shit in the
We
closet.
used some and I mean we have a few people on there. So like, we had some Blackmagic 4Ks that we were rocking on there. We had some GVMs on there. You'll see. It was really cool. Again, small production, but it was fucking golden. I'm very proud of these guys. Yeah, dude. Like I even if everyone was finished, I can promise you, obviously not every film, but like we're probably one of the few that like, yeah, your crew watched it and they cried because of just how it landed up, you know. So yeah, that was fun. It was cool to step in this realm and like I don't know. Also, you kind of get those weird alternate dimension visions for a second. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, if everyone, I want to be a nepo teacher. If anyone makes it, go bring me along and let's fucking do this because I can see myself doing this shit. You know, like I love teaching. I always love teaching, but I mean, like I said, like directors almost feels like that kind of in a way. You know, you're always leading a crew, doing something that you got to do right there, and you kind of come out with a finished product. So we'll see. Never know what the world has on there, but this was probably the first time ever that I ever felt like, yeah, that this could be a thing. You never know, but this could be a thing. But with that said, it was very funny every once in a while because I let myself stress. You know, I was like, I'll stress more than everyone else, so I can do that because I can handle my shit. You know. But it was funny throughout the weekend. This is my segue. Unless we need to, actually, we do need to segue somewhere else, but we can do this because it's a good segue. Looking down my phone and seeing D23 updates from you guys every throughout the I'd be like, all right, I'm waiting for a text from someone. And I had to scroll through like 3 messages of like, holy fuck, Kingdom Hearts. And then I go through here and I'm like, all right, hold on there. Something happened with Kingdom Hearts. I was writing the paper or the script, and I stopped. I'm like, what do you mean Coco is doing? I was like, I said something like that. I'm like, what? I stopped. I was literally in the middle of locked in mode. I stopped. I'm like, the fuck? What do you mean?
Surprise, motherfucker.
What do
Yeah,
mean there's a Kingdom Hearts
hopefully you didn't
series?
watch the trailer.
For what? The Kingdom Hearts? No.
Yeah, okay.
But I was like, what the fuck do you
Yeah,
mean?
because
There's
there's a massive spoiler for the ending of 3, so
Yeah.
There's not gonna be any context there.
Yeah, I mean, you act like I'm not gonna be.
I mean, there's enough that if you understand enough of the Disney properties, you can kind of piece 2 and 2
Yeah.
together of what's going on.
That's 80 hours a game away from him. He's fine.
and a lot of really weird fucking YouTube rabbit holes I'm gonna have to go to piece together that story as I'm playing it too.
Yeah, because it's not enough to play the games. You also need to know the lore of canceled mobile games.
Do we want to segue into that, or do you want to segue into what we played and what we got? Because
Let's do that, and then we'll save
I
that.
didn't play shit. I didn't get shit. I've been busy all week.
Hell yeah. I bought Cardboard, and I've been playing more Animal Crossing Cold Stepped on my my fucking retro handheld.
Hell yeah.
I've bought more Cardboard as well, and I've been playing a lot of Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO, just because it's free.
Mm.
It's on Steam, and it's been pretty fun. Been pretty fun just doinking around.
I forgot to mention one last thing. During the drawing, there was a group called Women, and they drew Film de Femme and Revenge, and we're like, oh, that's sick. And then I realized it was in quotes because they're all guys.
Heh.
I'm excited to see how that worked out for them. I was like, oh, but I was so upset. I was like, oh, that would have been sick. Because we had one actress that was there just to be our actress, and we had the guy who was like gonna be behind the camera, but he's like, I'll step in as actor. I can do that. I'm like, cool. But I looked at her eyes right when they pulled out Film de Femme and Revenge. She's like, fuck, I wanted that. I was like, yeah, I did too. Anyway, sorry. D23. Can we talk about Doomsday stuff so I can feel relevant, and then I can let you guys have a whole mic on.
Yeah, because there's a couple things I was gonna go over, so we'll start with the Doomsday stuff first.
Let's do all the Marvel stuff because I did keep up with that, and then I'll dip out, and you guys have however long of a talk you guys want on Kingdom Hearts.
Hell yeah, and then we'll call you back when we're done with Kingdom Hearts shit.
Let's do it. I'll come back in 3 years.
Hell yeah.
I did. Oh wait. Before we do all that, actually, did anyone watch the leak Beyond the Spider-Verse trailer?
No.
Nope.
I know there was one.
There was one. I was like not gonna watch it, but then I had students walking in trying like, "Are you ready to spoil it?" I'm like, "All right, fuck, I'm just gonna watch it so I don't get spoiled on it." Yeah, we're eating good, dude. We're eating so good. I already had to screenshot one of the shots in there. I'm like, oh my fucking god, please be good. This would be one of the greatest trilogies of all time if it makes it, dude. If it lands on its feet, it's one of the greatest trilogies, and it's so good.
I still love 2 like immensely.
Yeah.
Like people say it was great. Like I still
No.
think 2 like when the ending of 2 is like one of the
2 is my favorite Spider-Man film. Period.
2's ending is such.
It's
Halo
one of the
It's a
best
Halo
twists
2 cock
in-
tease ending, but like
Yeah.
holy fuck, am I like let's fucking go? You know, like
No, it's Empire Strikes Back. It's
It
fucking
is.
it's Empire Strikes Back
which is,
level.
I say that as
and
someone
it's
who probably hasn't watched it. I don't think.
Oh, I'm a huge
But-
Star Wars.
I mean,
fan, and it's-
but I've heard that, and I this is like the trilogy for this generation. You know, like it's
Yeah.
insane. Dude, it's so. And then watch out with live orchestra when they're just amping up the music and they're playing the guitar a little louder. I'm like, this is so fucking good.
I watched the first one. I need to see the second one now.
Dude.
What's Up
Yeah.
Danger and Sunflower is so good.
Like
Yeah.
people, I don't agree with the talking shit on the second one. Like the second one's really good still. The music is not like as perfect as
Oh yeah,
one,
that's the one downside.
but like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it's still good, and I'm still fucking having a great time. If Beyond the Spider-Verse lands, fucking immaculate. If it doesn't, that's gonna suck. But it doesn't take away from the first 2, but it does bum me out. It's like Game of Thrones, right? You're having a good time. It's like please end well, please end well. No, fuck. All right, but like I don't know, like Into the Spider-Verse will always be perfect because it's such a good self-contained story too. You know, like I can take that even. But man, the trailer was so fucking good. Like I was imagining at the end of it. I love, like I said, I love to jump ahead of the story, see where they're gonna take it. The way they're taking it, I'm like already like, yeah, no, we're you just keep cooking. You guys are so good. Anyway, D23 Marvel stuff. Do you want to start on like X-Men or what do you want to start on? Doomsday probably.
Yeah, I guess
closest.
X-Men's
Yeah.
I was about to say, I guess X-Men's a good start because it just kind of builds
Yeah.
up a brand new day, right? So
Yeah.
we already knew Sadie was going to be Jean or is Jean,
Yeah.
but we got the announcements for pretty much the rest of the first class.
Shout
minus
outs
B.
to
Lit.
Indy having the greatest fucking career of anyone in the last 4 months of Hollywood, dude.
Yeah, that glow up is insane. And man, it's kind of sad to think about because like I guess for Obsession she was paid 20 grand. And then I guess since then she's been doing like dog walking and like streaming, but hasn't had like a big job. And it's like one of those things like, damn, you go girl, you deserve this shit. Like this is honestly like one Obsession being that big break into a Marvel role like this is kind of insane.
In 4 months, pretty much, right? It's like what? It came out April, I think, or May.
Yeah, but I mean that was probably filmed like what 2024.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the 4 months of like that movie hitting, and you become like so big that you're already talking to fucking Kevin Feige for stuff. Like that is like that's a dream, and that's the cool thing I push people. Right? It's like you could be nobody, and then 5 months later, like, and she's locked. You know, like that. The X-Men cast is locked for like the next 10 years. You know, like that shit's like
Yeah.
that's just your Avengers out the gate for just leading the next 10, 15 years of Marvel shit. You know?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I also heard for that. That's so fucking cool and good shit.
Yeah, and supposedly they had a guy pegged for Beast as well, but he like backed out last second. So it makes me wonder like how
Interesting.
long has because like he was announced alongside with like literally all the other names that got announced, but there was a leaker like a few days beforehand or like a week beforehand said that like he backed out. So it's like I wonder how long these deals have been in place, you know, or if these
So-
were kind of like last second.
I think it's last second. I think
Oh, yeah.
someone mentioned it really clever, smartly. Like they didn't announce this shit because the ink wasn't dry yet at Comic-Con.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy, right? Like why would that not be?
right. I again right because I agree because like the X-Men's like this is gonna be your next 10 years. I imagine this shit had to be like stuff like you planned and envisioned in your head forever. But Marvel's
this-
always been just very scrappy like that though.
Like this smells like it's not them prepping for post Doomsday, it's them reacting to the how well Brand New Day did, right?
Exactly.
I could see that, yeah.
This is much more this feels like more of them being like, "Oh shit, that did good?
The fact
We did
that
good?"
the
Well,
fact
because
that
again, you gotta remember, like they had to move so many plans ahead because of the Jonathan Major shit that I'm sure they still weren't really ready for what was to come ahead afterwards.
Well, that's crazy too because we already knew that Thunderbolts guy was attached to like X-Men going forward and for them to not have like an inkling of a cast at that point or even any time around this time, you know, just like one of those things like holy shit.
because we live in a world where it's possible that Doomsday does not beat Spider-Man.
Right. No, it's entirely possible.
Oh, 100%. I would be shocked if it did, to be honest.
I wouldn't be
Well,
shocked.
'cause didn't Spider-Man just cross 2 billion or some shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Spider-Man is, other than Superman, like the most world recognizable superhero. So unless Spider-Man is front and center of Doomsday, which let's be honest, he's not, I would be shocked if Doomsday usurped.
No, I mean,
The only
I mean,
thing that makes me
Endgame did
think
it.
it could is well, I think Doomsday's already passed Spider-Man in like ticket pre-sales or
Yeah,
some
no,
shit like
no,
that.
I think it will, but I'm not surprised if it didn't either. Because I mean, Endgame didn't have Spider-Man in promotion because he died. Like
Fair.
he was gone. It's obscene how much Spider-Man's made. Like Spider-Man's always done good, but the track record of Brand New Day is fucking insane. And maybe I'm just out of it. I don't know what it was about Brand New Day that just sparked it. Maybe just Spider-Man's had this crazy just run recently because having 5 years out of No Way Home, it wasn't like getting traction like of a all right, we're doing it's like must have been like the gap of like time makes you want to be there more. It was like maybe that No Way Home brought in all the Spider-Man fans and sold everyone on Tom Holland, you know? But I it's crazy how much Brand New Day just stepped over everyone. It wasn't even like an incline from No Way Home. It's like No Way Home is here and like Brand New Day is like here. And it's like
Well, because they finally decided to make a self-contained like actual story, like a
Spider-Man
full-
story.
like, yeah, like a full movie.
but even then, is anyone really not watching it because of that? I guess because that might maybe I'm being very naive with that, but I'm like even anyone that's like complains about like yeah because I see it too for sure like he needs Iron Man to do this, he needs Doctor Strange to do this, like I get that, but I never heard anyone not watching it specifically because of that. It's like everyone still watched it, so I'm like what the fuck was it? And maybe it really was just repeat viewings. I was like no, this is so good I'm gonna watch it 45 times, which is I mean valid, you know, I want to watch it
Yeah.
again.
So according to the Wrap, so the studio previously had only launched the premium format pre-sales, which is what we were talking about, the 40X that we're
Fucking
going to do on
Infinity
Friday.
Vision.
Yeah, and so they just launched the regular format,
our the normie version.
right? But after just 2 days of the pre-sales, sources say Doomsday is approximately 65% ahead of the pace set by the first 2-day pre-sales for Brand New Day. So it currently is pacing ahead of it, but
I
We'll
do.
see.
I do think it'll have a harder drop off.
For sure.
Well, actually, I don't know. I think Endgame had a hard drop off. Infinity War, I think, didn't as much. If I recall, I could be totally wrong. Because
Mhm.
I imagine because it leads up to Secret Wars, I can imagine you might want to see some repeats on that. But Avengers movies do have harder drop offs than
I could
Spider-Man
see that.
does. So I imagine out the gate it'll fly, but I could see it slowing down and letting Spider-Man pace up a little bit. But we'll see. Either way, they're gonna both do fucking crazy. Like, or they are doing right. Spider-Man's always doing that, but Doomsday's gonna do fucking crazy. And then it's insane how crazy Doomsday's gonna do with Dune also there. Imagine like
Right.
if Dune wasn't there, that shit's gonna make even. And this is without IMAX also, by the way, which Spider-Man is also actually until recently without IMAX too, which is obscene. You know, like cinema's so back, bros. We're so
I had
back.
to wait on
Eating
the Odyssey.
good.
Yeah, but yeah. So the cast, solid casting. I know Indy's also getting some shit about it. Holy shit! I hate people pre-hating on this, and this is the boomer me. It's always the boomer answer. I don't give a fuck. Same shit with Heath Ledger, dude. What the fuck do you mean? It's terrible casting. Fuck off. Look how that worked out.
Right. Yeah, no, it's always such a stupid way to put it because like you have no clue like what the character is going to look like, how it's going to look on screen, how she's going to look like next to the other characters because I mean that's going to be the whole difference. 'Cause, I mean, we've had numerous different ways that Rogue have looked and people like it. Like they don't all have
Yeah.
to be the X-Men 97 version. But, I mean, we had the goth Rogue from X-Men
Yeah.
Evolution that people loved. I mean, that Indy could rock that like so fucking easy. Like she could kill that. Uh, I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. Like people are being weird on the internet. Imagine that. Because I seen the thing like, oh, she's not thick enough to be Rogue. It's like, brother,
Calm the
if
fuck
that's
down, people. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
go jerk it to something else, man.
Hey,
I mean, there's
and
plenty out there.
they managed to get Adam Driver finally. That was always the joke with Marvel. They're like, we call him up for every project. He always says no. So it's cool that he actually said, yeah, I'll do this one.
I seen someone put it in a way that makes a whole lot of sense, like for why he'd come on as a villain. Because a villain has the potential to be a one-off role. It's something that you don't have to dedicate
Mm,
yourself to necessarily, and it's usually like the role that gets paid. Because all these other
yeah.
roles they're locking down for like the next 10 years are paying like maybe 5, 10 grand a movie or 10 million a movie. Meanwhile, the villain they'll go all out and pay like the 50 to 60 million or whatever to lock down the big name guy to come in
I
and
think
play that one role.
they keep him in this one though. I don't think Marvel goes down the role of killing off all their villains right away. Which has been the
Uh,
mistake I think that a lot of Marvel stuff has done. Like keep everyone alive for a bit, and let's not just fucking one off every single one of these movies.
I can see it, especially because it seemed like they're doing like the younger version of Mr. Sinister. It
Right.
seems like they're doing,
Yeah.
from what it looks like they're doing the story of Scott being a pupil of Sinister's first before he turns full Mr. Sinister. And so it'll probably end with us getting like the full-fledged, like comic accurate Mr. Sinister leading into like whatever comes next for the X-Men, right?
Right.
So he'll probably be a reoccurring villain, and they'll probably end up introducing Magneto by the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm imagining.
So he I forget his name. I'm blanking off his name. Who's the director again?
Schreier,
Yeah, Jake Schreier. Um,
Jake, yeah.
so good.
Jason Schreier.
It's not a surprise they put him in this role because he balanced the cast of Thunderbolts so well. Like yeah, let him do the ensemble. He can do that.
Well, it's so interesting too because it's like an ensemble of like relatively unknowns.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I feel like Indy's probably the biggest name out of like
Which
the
is
main
crazy.
ones right now, which is yeah,
Well, Samara
exactly.
Weaving actually.
Well, I mean of like the students, I guess,
Sure.
because Samara's not gonna be a student,
But I mean that's funny because that's pretty much what Thunderbolts was, right?
right?
Which is what Marvel needs at this point, is just entirely fresh faces.
Fresh faces, keep them around, keep them relevant. Like after this, I'm surprised we're not. I mean, I guess they're not gonna say anything about what happens afterwards. Like it's not. I mean, Black Panther 3 being afterwards is kind of interesting. But aside from that, obviously Ghost Rider being something different. I hope we do like a Thunderbolts style thing afterwards. Like I know obviously someone's gonna get murked in that group, but we should do something else with that group. That was such a good movie that deserves another chance at that
For
that
Thunderbolts.
yeah, I really think a Thunderbolts 2 would be really fun.
Well, it'd just be New Avengers, right?
Right, but I mean, I'm saying is that I hope we keep with that cast. I know they're gonna murk a couple of them, at least one or two of them. I hope whatever it is, we just at least run with that cast again somehow, some way.
I imagine we're probably going to do away with like every other team and in Doomsday, and it's probably just all going to consolidate down to the Avengers
X-Men
until
and X-Men Avengers.
yeah, it'll probably consolidate down to that until after Secret World. Or
Secret Wars. So
yeah,
let me get you guys' opinion on this because it's also part of it. New Rockstars hate it, and I kind of get bugged by it too. I think it's kind of cute, but also it's kind of annoying. What do you guys feel about the whole Ryan Reynolds doing this whole bit about we just don't know what the fuck's happening with him? So they're
he,
bugged.
he
I think
does know why
yeah,
Thor was crying.
So
I
we know
mean,
we know Secret Wars for sure, but like the whole bit they're doing with Hugh Jackman, everyone like, hey, are we gonna be in it? No, you're not. Okay, but come on, we could do like it. I think it's kind of coming off a little. I could see it too. I see it both ways. I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care as much, so I'm not really, but like burned out. But like, you know, it's like, just tell us if you're gonna be in it or not. Like, it's kind of
you're letting them rage bait you, man.
yeah, no, that's I'm kind of with that. I'm like, whatever. Like, I get where you're at. Like, yeah, tell us, but also like, yeah, that's you are getting rage bait right now, which is kind of funny. I don't
Yeah,
really care too much, but I know some people are a little bugged by it, but whatever.
yeah, it's
I mean, we eventually have to have a new Wolverine. 'Cause that's the thing is like Hugh Jackman's
Till
been the
he's
one person
fucking
playing this fucking
90.
character. Yeah, till he's 90. Blade, we can get away with Wesley Snipes being the only person to play him, as shitty as that is. But we can't have X-Men without Wolverine eventually showing up again, and Hugh Jackman will die eventually.
see, this is what they get for restarting it. They could just left him dead and did X-23, did Laura's story, but no.
Well, I mean, that door is still open
I think they
Yeah,
hope they
because
do that.
didn't Laura come over with him as well?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't go that route somehow, some way with that.
she wouldn't be in like the MCU X-Men canon though, unless they like bring her over through through Secret Wars or some shit.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's possible.
I would be surprised if they
Or
didn't.
they recast.
I would. I mean, I no. I'd be surprised if they didn't just somehow just force that because like she's also around that same age as that cast, right?
I just don't see it because this feels like a like their telling of like the first class
Mm.
for Xavier.
Yeah.
That's fair, but I mean, I can imagine to bring her over because she's the same age as that cast. Everyone loved her. Uh, I don't know, but also yeah, no, I mean, I can see both ways. Um, but
Canonically?
actually, what else?
You know what? Fuck it. Reboot Young Avengers, have her as the lead. Problem solved.
Yeah, let's do it. They showed off Vision Quest. Vision Quest looked fucking insane.
Yes.
I need to watch
And
I'm
Agatha All
excited.
Along. I might watch that after this podcast if I want to watch it.
Man, I loved Agatha all along. The ending, as typical with a lot of the Marvel TV series, like, what the fuck are you doing here? But I had a great time with it up until the ending point.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's
fun.
90% of the series, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Catherine Hahn just carries that show so hard too. She's just awesome.
Actually, I don't
Yes.
think my girlfriend watched WandaVision, so maybe we'll watch that.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
should be a
Do
fun one to
the
watch,
Yeah.
trilogy.
okay. So
Yeah.
going with some more news, did you see that Wanda actress Caitlin Olsen?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
She was talking about how while they were filming Multiverse of Madness, the writers had not watched or like read like what the conclusion to WandaVision was. Like they didn't know. They were
Wouldn't
just
that be kind of important to know?
and okay, so it makes sense, right? Because WandaVision's not going to be out for them to have like watched on Disney Plus, streamed or whatever.
And-
But still, these people have to be working like right down like like in another office away from.
that
like,
I understand
talk
that
to
has to
them.
be a stressful idea about writing in the MCU, right? Because you have to write
Sure.
in such a weird
But
like.
this thing follows directly from it. And
I
there's
would
not, like,
be
a-
Yeah.
I know myself. I'd be overthinking like, can I triple check? Is anyone doing shit with this character right now? No, I have free reign to do whatever the fuck I want because no one's gonna have any stipulations with this character beforehand. Cool.
Or how do they not get like a cliff notes like, hey, this is where all these characters were at?
You know what though? But
Well, especially like I feel. Oh, go ahead.
this is also a big issue with how Kevin Feige was so spread thin through everything going on with all that
Sure, I
production
can
because
see that.
if it was all movies,
Right.
movies, he was bouncing between movies, which is fine. 3 movies production's a lot, but between all the shows and everything, I'm sure, he would have probably been like, hey, hold on, this thing happening here, let's chill on this right now. But also like, how does that movie get past you, bro? Like, how are you not like that was a billion movie, like like that was one of the big ones post Endgame. How does that one not be like, hey, hold on, because we watched trailers. It seemed like that shit was happening. How do you not watch that? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it also has to deal with, the development hell it went through, but like you would figure that Marvel has to have like a cabal of these are the lore keepers, these are the three people we've assigned to make sure that everything that we're working on stays in line with everything else that's being worked on.
Right.
But I guess not because of the amount of stories we hear of some of the directors fucking with each other, like Bucky getting his arm
Yeah,
stolen
James Gunn.
there.
Well, James Gunn also was rightfully like out of it because that shit happened to him. He was like, how the fuck? Why would you fucking write me in that weird hole of just like doing that? All right,
Well,
fuck it. I'm gonna get back to you then.
that's so funny. I love that for him.
Yeah, and that's all. That's more funny to me. I'm like, yeah, get your thing, dude.
But yeah, that's just because I think she said also in the interview like she had to be the one to say like, yeah, this is where we are at in the story. And I guess she said also she acted the character as if it wasn't the character from WandaVision, but like a sidestep, like the same, like a multiversal
Yeah, an
thing. Like,
alternate universe
Mm.
version of it. Which yeah, I guess.
right. Just because it didn't completely connect to WandaVision how she thought it should.
Yeah, which it really should have been like, and honestly, knowing that it makes a bit more sense now. But
Right.
no, Multiverse of Madness, man, that should have been so much more than it was. But
Yeah,
that
what do you mean
went through some
multiverse of madness? Dude?
insane.
We went to 2 other universes.
Yeah, and didn't even
Yeah,
get fucking White Vision in that one, which thankfully we finally get him in Vision Quest.
yeah, with some daddy issues,
That's
which
that's
relatable, am I right?
Super
insane,
relatable.
Just, again, how long it takes for these things to just conclude.
I love how also they have the oh, only our human forms, and it's like, oh, there's the CGI budget.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. 100%. So funny.
yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Oh,
I
it looks
know
great.
a few
Like
people.
I'm super in for it.
Yeah, I
I
just can't
know a
wait
few.
to see Paul Bettany like up against Spader, just because that
Yeah,
dude is that dude's a tyrant on screen. Like he
Though
just eats up so much
yes.
scenery.
those two with how I'm sorry, uh
Fucking
Paul
Robert
Bettany.
California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how Paul Bettany's just been kind of killing his roles as Vision. I am
Oh
excited to
yeah.
see how those two just work off each other off camera. Like, that's just a great production.
Especially since technically now he gets to explore it in like a new light because it's not Vision, but it is Vision. The whole ship of Theseus bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
So
Vision still has the best lines in the MCU, and dude's
oh
not been
yeah.
agreed.
dude's been not been in the game for a while still, and he's like, yeah, let me pop in. Like, there's no shot this series doesn't end with another fucking banger line somehow, some way.
Yeah, I love that one. What is grief but love persevering?
Dude, I
It's like
think about
ah,
that
Yeah.
line rent free just constantly. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm in my headspace right now. I was like, that shit just like, I yearn to fucking make a line like that somehow, some way. That's what was racking me about this whole fucking thing. Like, again, I'm happy with the film how it came out, but I could promise you there was at least 3 or 4 hours with not 48 hours that I was racking my head. I'm like, give me a fucking line.
you
I
should have
want
just used that line. Like there's not gonna be
no,
but like
no,
3 nerds that are gonna know.
no. It's not.
You know,
If
paying
I'm aware, I'm
homage.
aware.
It's interesting because I feel like the MCU has finally kind of reached the point of actual comics where, going back to like how you're talking about, I'm going to watch a trilogy. We're finally kind of at that point now where I stop and think about it, like, oh man, you could now finally do marathons of character specific stories and have like full engaging stories for them now.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's always been the big thing missing for a lot of superhero films is, well, yeah, you get the kind of one off here, the one off there. It truly feels like the closest to the actual comic book
Like an arc.
experience now of being able, yeah, you can actually go through all these arcs where it's like, okay, let's go back and watch Avengers Age of Ultron. And, from there all the way through, the Vision Quest.
It's the
It's
same
all
thing you do with
all
it's
these
it's
characters.
the recommended watching, right? Which is where the trade's like, hey, what do
Yeah.
you need for this? You get Moon Knight 8 through 10. You get Ghost Rider like 17 in this thing. I get that. I mean, but because we haven't had that because their fucking productions are so wonky, right? Like Iron Man 1 through 3. There you go. That's an arc right there, But like
Yeah.
we
I mean,
lost track.
I mean, we can do Spider-Man. We can go Civil War and into Homecoming and
Yep.
then to his movies.
Yeah, Guardians. Can we
Yeah,
do
which
that?
is
But
what we
like,
did for my mother-in-law when she was trying to get caught up on all that. It's like, all right, let's get you binge through these here.
Yeah, but we lost track of that because everyone's brand new. Everyone's popping up places, and we don't even know if anyone's ever coming back. So shit's been wacky. But yeah, no, now that you point out, yeah, that's cool that we get to do that. Especially Vision, which is someone that like they could have just thrown away and never done again. But I don't know. It seems like he's coming back for. I think the thing is he's coming back for Secret Wars. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
and
hearing.
so there's a lot of other really cool stuff. Just like they kind of snuck it in there. Like I guess they had like a big like sets there at D23 you could visit that
Mhm.
had to do with like each individual like show or whatever they're debuting or showing off. And on the Vision Quest one, they had stuff for Jim Hammond, which is really cool. So
Mm.
Jim Hammond is the original Human Torch. He was an android that was created like during World War II or some shit.
Hmm.
And his whole thing was he was just a living being of fire, just a cyborg made out of fire. And no relation to the Johnny Storm, weirdly enough. Like
Yeah,
I don't remember.
comics do that weird thing, kind of like how something that I do want to talk to Kels about a little bit later too, because I imagine Adrian, you have watched the Green Lantern series, right?
Mm,
Because I imagine Kels, you have as
I have,
well. Also, be yeah, because that was one thing that when we were watching Green Lantern, I had to kind of stop and explain to the wife. Okay, so I'm like, it's interesting. They're starting as Hal Jordan as the only Green Lantern because technically there was one other before him, although he's not like a proper Green Lantern, but like he's technically the first. And
this
like,
guy's filling in. This guy faked his death. This guy was dead. This guy came back.
Dude, this is unrelated. I feel bummed out. Uh, I started watching Nirvana the band, the show, the movie last night.
Mm, mm.
I've never seen it. Everyone recommended it to me. Kyle's been begging me to watch it since it came out, and hang out with the girlfriend last night. And she's like, "Can you watch a movie?" I'm like, "Sure." And then she's like, "I want to watch a comedy," and that was like literally the first one popped up because I just bought it the other day. I'm like, "Okay, I'll watch this. Watch this." My humor, not hers. So I was cracking up. She was not. And I was already a little tired. I'm like, all right. So I paused it about halfway. I was like, all right, I'll watch it on my own. The rest is like, you're good. No worries. But dude, I was fucking loving it. It was so fucking funny. The intro had me dying already. I'm like, all right, this is my kind of fucking movie right now. I love this thing. Uh, but yeah, I just want to bring that up real quick because the whole like explaining things, like usually I get away with it, but yeah, I looked over it and she's no laugh, just kind of watching it. I'm like, oh, this is not your thing, huh? She's like, no, and I'm like, you know what?
we can stop now, and I'll
Oh
resume on
yeah,
my own.
I'm fine. I love watching movies alone. It's fine with me. But I was like, you know what? Let's stop. I'm like, you know what? I'm also extremely glad I didn't take you to Jackass tonight because would have had zero reception, which is fine. It's not for everyone at all, right? But I think I got you nailed down now. Now I know the realm of things I got to watch out for. I went into Nirvana, the show, the band, the movie as blind as I could.
Yeah.
Because I've heard I was like waiting to watch the show, but I've heard I read that people are like, don't watch the show actually. Like watch it eventually, but like I think it's actually kind of funnier without the show. I'm like, all right, say less. So I was like, I'll do it on my own. That's fine. But now I'm like, all right, now I know 100% where you kind of land at and what you could watch and what you're like, yeah, let's avoid that one. Um, but yeah, so I'll do that. So Vision Quest looking good, dude. I'm excited for that one actually.
Yeah, it's looking good. And like I was saying, all the shit from D23, it just kind of has like my little nerd brain going haywire. So it's like, how is this
Yeah.
gonna? Because it has to loop Vision back in for Doomsday. I'd figure, or at least Secret Wars, right?
I was gonna say at least Secret
Not
Wars,
Doomsday,
because
but Secret
I
Wars.
imagine because I imagine at some point we're saying goodbye to Paul Bettany.
I can see that because okay, so Jim Hammond, his thing, and they brought him back for the most recent Ultimate Universe run, and his whole thing
Yeah.
is he's been kind of like the vessel that they use to send back in time to kind of like alter certain events. So at one point he goes back in time and he has all this time in the past to himself, and he ends up upgrading himself and changing into the Vision and modifying
Mm.
his body to where he gives himself like all these different abilities and he can pretty much access like any system on the earth. He gains technopathy and other cool shit, but he becomes Vision. So I wonder if that's something that they could work towards.
Well, it's also weird because like there's this dangling bit of fruit from Ironheart that we still haven't circled back to with anything else with Marvel. Because we finally got Mephisto,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of like, all right, are we actually
Supposedly he's
going to do
coming.
anything further with that, or like?
Well, supposedly it's Sacha Baron Cohen said that he is coming back for Ghost Rider. So
He has to, right?
Interesting.
right.
I again, that was also weird, and also New Rockstar was pissed about that because they've been pretty Mephisto for like 6 years now, and they're like, oh, now it
It's
happens.
WandaVision.
when
I mean,
Kev-
theoretically, they didn't have to. They could have, again, gone to Blackheart, but
but
Or just like he's a shapeshifter. It's a new actor.
yeah.
yeah.
But they were actually like, yeah, cool. After Kevin Feige's like, yeah, let's step away from the shows and not reference them anymore. Like, what the fuck? We just got this guy. Holy shit! I need to watch Ironheart as well. I didn't hear that many things about it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's nothing like egregious about it. It's not like a one of the lower end one. It's just like
Yeah. And I mean, that was
almost
that
forgettable.
was the issue though, is that every show was like, yeah.
And it's kind of unfortunate too because I legitimately like the girl that plays
Oh, yeah.
Ironheart. Like I feel like
Same.
she
Riri
does a good
Williams?
job. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with her. It's just like it's just kind of a mid show.
I liked her a lot. I just wish Wakanda Forever wasn't so like jammed with like, hey, we need to address this, we need to address this, we need to address. It felt like more like a
A response video than it was an actual movie.
yeah, like it was like, hey, yeah, because I mean everything was about it, right? It was about Chadwick Boseman passing. It was about trying to put Ironheart in there. It was about trying to include Atlantis in there. Like there was so much we had to like.
Kylo Khan, dude, come on, it's not Atlantis.
Yeah, you're right. But it had to include so much shit in it too. It was like, dude, I feel like 3 different movies at once, just having to like just cram in there at once.
Yeah, it's probably one of my more guilty pleasure of the MCU movies I actually enjoy.
It wasn't bad. I still enjoyed it. Like it was still very good. But it felt like they definitely made Ryan Coogler do other things that he didn't really. And not to say he didn't want to, but he's like, I guess sure. Like if I need to do this, I guess I'll just do it all at once. I hope Black Panther 3 is not that. Like let Coogler just do whatever he wants to and give him the budget so it doesn't look like shit like the end of Black Panther 1. Let him run it. Duke can run it. Just let him run it. Which I hope to with David Johnson. Like let the man fucking cook 100% with that guy, dude. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. And it really makes me wonder if they're just gonna bring him into I guess the proper timeline for the MCU and just have him work with these established actors that we already have in Wakanda, you know, or if it's gonna be like his own universe or his own team. Well, I guess it depends on how Secret Wars works out, right? Because I guess the whole
I'm
thing
very
is
curious how Secret Wars works. There's a lot of things where like I know what they're trying to do, but I'm curious as to how you're trying to get there.
right. So I wonder if they're gonna. So
Yeah.
did they say that his first like appearance is gonna be Black Panther 3? Because I wonder if like maybe he gets introduced in Secret Wars, like
Until he gets
that's
into
how
Secret Wars, I'm sure.
like that's how they explain like the age up sort of situation.
But like yeah, but like, and then you wonder how it's gonna work with Shuri being there still. You know, like, hey,
I always said
I'm here.
they should
I'm older. What's up?
right. I always said that they should have like solved it by having Black Panther 2 be multiversal as well to fit in with everything. But have Shuri grieving losing T'Challa and her meet a T'Challa that's also grieving losing his Shuri or losing like his family. That'd be a great way to kind of juxtapose it while introducing a new.
Either that, or they should have done. I also agree with multiversal, but it should have been like a really. And it sounds dumb, right, on paper, but I know someone smarter than me could do it. It's like have the T'Challa come in and be like and create like a civil unrest because like what the fuck do we do, right? Because it is the person of the blood on that, you know. It's like it's the hierarchy, but it's not our hierarchy. It could have been a whole conflict thing, you know. But it's still chosen. Like the herb could still show that hey, we're still choosing this T'Challa. You know, like
Just saying, if Killmonger would have won in the first one, this wouldn't have been an issue.
honest.
There'd be no casting issues. Black Panther 2 would have went off without a hitch.
It was really unfortunate. People were like, "Bring Killmonger back." I'm like, "No, what the fuck are you guys talking about?" Like, again,
They did that. It's
I-
called Marvel What If. Go watch it.
and I get it because he was that fucking good. But like also, no, that was a great ending.
Yeah.
It's simple. You recast him as Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, he's a dude playing a
Recast
dude
him.
disguised as
Recast
another
him
dude.
as Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I think my favorite comment I read since the Predator video was man, I really wish Robert Pattinson was black, as I'm sure he'd nail a Diddy impression if he was doing a documentary on that. Yep.
No, that's when you make a Weird Al documentary about it and just make it so fucking absurd that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh man. Doomsday.
Yes.
Ooh.
We got like 2 trailers 2 weeks apart, which is nice. I was like, "What the fuck are these
Right.
trailers? How fuck we not have these?" But we're there, we're cooking, and we got the Hall H trailer. What y'all feeling
Oh,
about
from
it?
Comic-Con?
Yeah. What do you guys feel about it?
Which one was that
It's
one?
Oh,
interesting.
the Hall H one is the second trailer essentially.
Yeah.
The one with Sentinels at the end.
Oh, right. I keep on seeing people like post like AI videos to like complete it or like add more to it.
That's also a
It's
reason
so
why I
annoying.
now watch trailers. Is even if they leak, I just go look for them now because I'm really actually kind of pissed how when I was searching for the Steve Rogers clip from last year, I got hit with an AI one right away. I'm like, all right, fuck this new thing. I guess I'm just fighting
Yeah.
leak shit because I'm not getting hit with an AI video like that. Fuck that.
Yeah, hate that.
Yeah.
It's so and people think it's good. It's like this shit looks dumb. The fuck.
Very dumb.
It's so fucking soulless. It's fucking horrific.
Yeah, but we got
Yeah, no.
Doomsday.
Yeah, going to that trailer, like the whole scene with the Sentinels, it's so funny to me because it's like
Yeah.
you have like Elena and like Falcon and shit with the Sentinels. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, fucking do.
If these
Fucking,
things,
these are literally designed to deal specifically with the X-Men. What the fuck are they gonna do?
yeah, these things are designed to take out and contain Omega level mutants, and like a human with wings or like a stun baton is not
Do
going to.
you think we inject Falcon at some point?
No, his whole thing in the comics, even like he's still not super powered.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder because like I know obviously this one's gonna be the true baton pass to him. I think they're just gonna reiterate like, hey, this is why you are Captain America. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, do I see that dude? I see what he goes up. Like, to be fair, I didn't think he could hold up against Hulk. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing against Red Hulk? What the fuck? This is a dumb matchup. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, you see just Doom with Sentinels, and you're like, we got Bucky.
Well,
Yeah,
these are the big potatoes you wanted. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fucking funniest part about this because ironically, Spider-Man probably has the best chance against them out of all.
Yeah.
Just do the Star Wars thing, wrap their legs up.
Yeah, and then
Exactly.
and we know like we
Oh
know it's
man,
so
if
funny.
we don't get a scene like that though, at this point, let's be honest.
I think the funniest thing.
That's what he says in Civil War.
Yeah, the debate comes full circle, right? They hinted at it in Brand New Day because that scene was in the background, which was funny.
Yep.
What did someone say by the way? They're like, dude, I think New Rockstars pointed out they're like, it's gonna be funny seeing Spider-Man roll up with against Magneto because like they just got done watching Lord of the Rings. Like, what the fuck? I'm glad that at least the internet is on the same page. I've not seen anything about it. Of like, we all know Bob's gonna be out of commission somehow, some way in this.
Has to be. Well,
Yeah.
My theory is maybe that's how we get God Emperor Doom here. Is he's going
You
to?
think they'll have actually pulled the trigger on that already?
I feel like that's the only way we get Secret Wars. We have to have a God Emperor level character here.
Actually, I'm
and-
curious for you guys. How do you think we get Doom after this? Because they're not going to burn Doom and never have Doom again. Like Doom has to be like kind of an ongoing thing for.
I think we get a different Doom.
You think he gets?
'Cause
well, yeah, obviously we do,
Yeah.
but like, how does that work? Is it?
Well, I don't think Robert Downey is the final Doom.
He's
Is
not.
the thing? Robert Downey's
Oh,
been
you think he
doing-
gets sidestepped in
Yeah.
in Secret Wars?
Yeah, I could see it. Or
Yeah.
not even necessarily into. I just think we're going to get introduced to Doom. It's going to be Robert Downey Jr. and then we're going to get a new Doom. He's not going to be the Doom that stays. He's going to be like an envoy or like a messenger type situation.
They did
A-
have
a
two different
precursor.
Doom costumes, I believe, in
Yes.
the trailer. Do
There
you
you go.
think? Do you think
Yeah.
there's? Do you think there's a way like Doom causes all this shit and they turn his ass into Iron Man again, and they go against the new Doom?
So that would be kind of funny because that's almost something that's happening in the Ultimate Universe. Again, to reference back to that, because in the Ultimate Universe, the big bad is the Maker. He's essentially he's Reed Richards, but a twisted version of him from another timeline. And his whole thing is he's going back through time, just abusing his powers as much as possible to prevent heroes from ever happening and prevent certain events from ever happening. But there's some events he just naturally cannot stop. They just pop up no matter. Just do like some timey-wimey, something happens, a
Canon
rat
event.
kicks something over, then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a canon event that you just can't stop from happening. But his whole thing right now is so Doom exists, but he exists because it's another Reed that tried to stop him that he has locked away in the Doom armor. But his whole thing is he's perpetually striving to bring back the Fantastic Four or recreate what created the Fantastic Four because the maker prevented them from ever happening in the first place. So it could be something like that because it's a situation where it's two characters at once.
I feel like they have to because I'm thinking like because obviously from here on you're gonna have Doom. Like there's no shot that we just drop Doom like Thanos for a bit and make him a thing. We have to keep Doom there because he's the GOAT, right? But also if we don't establish something like that before we're done with both these movies, you're gonna make whoever plays Doom have to fight against RDJ for fucking there's gonna always be compared to RDJ, which is really fucking unfair, you know?
Well, that's why I think they're gonna reveal that it's not actually like Victor Von Doom, but it's gonna essentially be another variant of Tony
Victor
Stark that is Doom. Yeah.
I mean, no, I know that, but I'm just curious how they do it because that's been racking my head. I'm like, I don't see how you exit him gracefully because we're not paying his ass after this thing, and keep him like with because I guess, and I'm thinking too much.
I mean, the short answer is it's also still all just a Doom bot.
Yeah, that too. That's what I think.
There's always that possibility. Was just the Doom bot you all had to deal with.
That's kind of what essentially I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to be. He's just like the Doom bot of it all. He's not the actual final form of Doom or like what we're actually going to see at the end. Because like that's also a thing with like the end of Fantastic Four. Like it's entirely possible that's not Doom that visited Nathaniel and Sue.
Yeah.
Because we also know that I guess Doom has 3 witches or 4 witches that work underneath
Four witches,
him.
yeah.
Confirm that was RDJ on set.
Do what?
Didn't they confirm that was RDJ?
That was RDJ on set.
Sure.
They've confirmed, but that doesn't inherently mean that it's necessarily like that Doom per se.
That Doom or like that character, it can
and
still
you know what?
be like
that suits because Doctor Strange is on that. They're trying to be coy about it, but Doctor Strange is totally that other guy they have.
Yeah, he was in the Easter egg basket, and yet then no one's saying anything about him.
No, they
so.
did you? What was it? They have like some other like Boris or something they're calling him, where it's like another Iron like Knight that's at Doom's side, and he has a mask on, but he has like an extra third eye right here, and it's like, well, who other fucking else do we have that's been MIA right now with a third eye? And there is a purple witch as well, which can match Clea.
Yeah.
So
well, because that's the thing is I did see new Rockstar's video theorizing on who the witches are, and honestly, now with this trailer, it kind of makes sense what they're theorizing of them all being basically like the borrowed lifetimes that could have been, and being all the women of those lifetimes.
And there was that look where Pedro Pascal was like screaming at Doom, and he has that look of like sadness almost. So it looks like he's getting there on that end. Because I'm thinking, and obviously the answer is always money no matter what, but also like there can't be a part of you in RDJ's head that would mar a perfect fucking ending in one of the most profitable movies of all time. Like ending as Iron Man at the end of that movie is like something you could only wish for, right? I mean, yeah, you got a lot of fucking money for it, but you'd have to like match and still end gracefully on that end. How do you bring it up on that end? And I guess it makes sense too because the Russos are really saying this is a sequel to Endgame. You know, like this is a true sequel to Endgame, and you wonder too, like Doctor Strange and Tony Stark having that moment of like, I can't tell you what's going to happen. If it does, you know, it could also extend to this, right? Like, I can't tell you you're going to do this, and then you in a universe is going to do all this shit to all of us. You know, I can't tell you any of that, so it could kind of extend through that on that end too. But I and they've also said, everybody said that if you expect us to end like Infinity War, then you're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting because like I can see a situation where it ends like
exactly like
terribly, like almost exactly like it, because like Secret Wars is like inherently like so terrible for Reed. Like it's such like a bad moment for him. Like his wife gets taken from him.
Does he
his
even
best
survive?
friend Reed?
Like I felt like Pedro Pascal survives, right? But like you don't see him more than 2 shots in his trailer.
I think he will, just due to the fact that like a lot of what happens to like create Secret World, like Battle Planet and everything, like is something that's gonna hurt him like deeply, deeply. Because like Victor takes his kid, takes his wife, and his brother-in-law gets turned into the sun, and Ben gets killed. So he
No,
gets like,
doesn't Ben get turned to the wall?
yeah, he
Yeah.
gets turned like, so he like loses everything.
We need
So
to
it's
see
gonna be
that
like,
aggressive ass Mr. Fantastic in here.
well, it might
Yeah,
also
We're
because
gonna
that's
see
the
some
crux of
motherfucking
Doom.
Joel, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
because
it
here's the
might.
thing: is at the end of the day, you don't really have Doom without Reed Richards. I mean, there are storylines without that. 2099 being one of my favorite ones, but I think we're a long ways off before we get the 2099 series in the MCU.
Well, he also kills him like after the whole Maker situation. That's why he needs a Doom.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he puts Reed in the armor. He locks Reed in Doom's old armor.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
it's so I'm so curious who's kicking the bucket because like it's hard. They've been really good about the trailers because you just don't see anyone in more than 2 shots.
Yeah.
Like everyone's been.
I
in,
mean,
like,
we
maybe
have to
2
have a
different
massive
shots.
culling.
I don't know if we have a massive culling. The massive culling is for next movie. I mean, we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some
Yeah, but we got to
casualties.
start with some. We got to start with some culling.
We'll
There's
get
no way
some.
we don't lose a few people.
Well, we'll lose a
I
few, but I can't imagine like a massive culling because you're gonna save it all for Secret Wars. Secret Wars has to be the biggest one.
I can see a situation where they get offed and then brought back for Battle Planet.
Then off again.
Especially
Yeah, because even if we like call a bunch of people in this one, we'll get variants of people for Battle Plan.
I think that's gonna be the big part too.
Because again, with how much they're emphasizing Loki for the build up for this, like variants are going to be the biggest play in this that I think is being underestimated.
fair.
That's like the craziest part for me too, is like how involved it looks like Loki and the TVA actually are in this.
With the D23
Yeah.
stuff that they were showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta sit through that series again, I guess.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
I'll watch that. Well, because I mean, I'm taking her to watch Doomsday. I'm like, you're not gonna have any idea what's going on with a few of these. We definitely have to watch a few of these things. They could say this is Endgame. You could watch. It's like no, you have to watch other shit. And there's no shot. You just watch the Endgame. It goes right here. You know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, so the trailer is sick. Dude, Doom's bar, dude. I'll make you beg for how long before I give it, and then just hell answers to me, bitch. Fuck off. And it hits him with an Iron Man thing too. You see that? Just doot. Hit him with the Iron Man hit,
With
dude.
the repulsor. Yep.
Yep. I don't know, dude. Everyone looks fucked up. Seeing Magneto just like looking shocked, crying. I'm like, oh, what the fuck you did to bro, dude? Y'all, you did some fucked up shit, dude. I'm excited to see.
I mean, to be fair, Charles has died like 70 times in the films at this point now, so it's probably another Charles death scene.
Well, I've seen supposedly Magneto does some fucked up shit in this movie too.
Yeah, because he couldn't.
Interesting.
Because he couldn't keep his mouth shut about a certain place.
Yeah.
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 I mean, he doesn't know what's going on. The X-Men days are different from these days right now, you know?
Right. Yeah. No one gave a shit about the X-Men back then. Now it's like everyone trying to scoop.
Now Mickey Mouse is like, shut the
scoop
fuck
first.
up. Yeah, no, there's gonna be some stuff going on here. I don't know. I'm excited. I know people are not, so they have to win some people over still. Like that's kind of crazy, right? But they're obviously people are gonna watch it, so we'll see. But it makes sense little by little each day. Obviously, it did right day one, but it makes more and more sense each day why they're spending so much money to just to win everyone over again. Because like, if Doomsday and Secret Wars pop off, then you guys are good. You guys are reset.
Yeah.
X-Men's a great way to start that up. Ghost Rider's a great way to bring back some Midnight Suns or start that up too. Black Panther 3, a great way to start another series with a new character on that. Like they got the building pieces to bring it back. Like, it makes a lot of sense to where they're going with it. But
And
And you
supposedly,
still have your-
supposedly they're looking to follow up Werewolf by Night too.
thank fucking
I don't know if that was
Interesting.
something at D23, but that was something else that got reported here recently.
as they should.
About time, right? Like honestly,
There should be a
They sh-
whole fucking like special like it honestly should be a Halloween thing every year. Can you imagine? I'd be totally down for like a yearly kind of Halloween special presentation of something in that realm.
well, Halloween
Mm.
and like Christmas too, because I mean, I fucking love the James Gunn Christmas
The
one. That
Christmas
one's
special for
good.
that was one of the best things the MCU put out there. Like it's so
Agreed.
fucking good. It's short,
Yep.
it's sweet, it's heartfelt, it's such a banger, dude.
Yeah, I watched it multiple times. That was so good.
Yeah. But yeah, that 6 trailer, I'm in. Really curious where they go with it. It's cool getting this and we're talking about trailers, and I still love for Endgame that one trailer where it was like showing you a clip of each movie, right? Like 3 seconds of each
Yeah.
movie into each one. The one called To the End, and I was pulling that up for the kids today, and I looked at it. I'm like, 7 years ago is fucking insane. That was 7 years ago. I was watching that shit. That does not feel like 7 years ago. That's crazy talk. That aged my ass right there because I'm like, that does not feel like 7 years ago. I feel like it was like maybe a couple years ago tops.
That's what I loved about that intro for Brand New Day too, like with the Marvel logo and shit, because it just ran
Yeah.
through like all the movies. Like, holy shit, time has flown.
Dude, Tom was a baby.
Yeah.
Thomas Holland was a baby. All right. Is that about it for that? Or you guys want to gush about your little Sora boy?
Yeah, I
I
think we'll talk about Lantern real quick first, and then maybe hop into that.
I haven't watched Lantern
Yeah.
either, so. All right.
Yeah.
Hit me up when you guys done.
For sure. So, what'd you think about it?
Yeah, so going into this, I had so many people just fucking bitch and moan of like, oh, it just looks like he's gonna be fucking True Blood, but with Green Lantern. I'm like, just
And
fucking let it go.
what's wrong with that?
Oh, but Green Lantern's about Space Corps and all the other shit. It's like, yeah, that's fine. But like you gotta start somewhere. Green Lantern didn't start entirely just going into Space Corps bullshit. Like you gotta have build up to things.
Or just like even so, like I guess spoiler alert for the episode, like they're covering
Yeah.
like shapeshifters. Like that's such a
Yeah.
fucking cool idea for a lantern to go after, right? Because like you don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
because
it is.
the whole time I'm like, oh, are these gonna be like Martian Manhunters? Is that what's fucking
Exactly.
happening here?
That's what I was thinking. It was gonna be like revealed. It's like a manhunter that's trying to going after a target, right?
Yeah. And so it's kind of one of those things that the wife knows a bit about Marvel, but not like a ton, and she knows even less about DC.
Yeah.
And so we were going into this, and I had a fun fucking time with it. It was interesting because it also sets up some interesting timeline elements for the new DC universe because Peacekeeper or Peacemaker rather sets up the idea that Guy Gardner is active.
Yep.
But when we see as of 2016, because the series does jump around timelines a lot, Hal is still the only Green Lantern, which is where I kind of paused and I explained a little bit of Green Lantern history to the wife. So because it's interesting, 'cause it means we haven't had Alan Scott in this timeline,
Or Kyle.
or Kyle Rayner, or we have Guy Gardner later on down the road, but
Yep.
still Hal is like the only as of this point. So we skipped Guy Gardner and we skipped Kyle Rayner and gone straight to Hal Jordan training John Stewart, which I think is kind of fascinating. Because I feel like whenever it comes to adaptive media, it's always either just Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner, and then once in a while you do get Guy Gardner, but
Yeah, guys
other than
like the redhead stepchild of the group.
yeah, because like other than the DCAU, I don't know what else like John Stewart's really been used in.
He's just really popular in like a lot of the animated shit, I feel like.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got big
'cause
on Unlimited.
I remember back in the day, Justice League Unlimited, my boy was rocking up in there, and that was my first introduction to him as a Lantern, and that's where he became my favorite Lantern, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And so as an adaptation of the two characters, one, I already feel like we're building towards Parallax. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's so much going on with Hal that I'm like, oh, we're already kind of teasing you as being like fucking done with everything.
Well, that and like the whole like how it all starts off, right? Because he says like he was asked one question, "Are you afraid?" And the whole like,
Yeah.
"Are you afraid?" "No, sir." Like they're setting up the
Which,
Yellow
can we
Lantern.
talk real quick about what an insane form of child abuse that is? To
Right.
just shoot a fucking apple from your child's head when they misbehave? Like, that is fucking absurd.
And then
Holy shit.
and then he tells that little kid later, he's like, "Yeah, my dad used to shoot apples off my head." It's like, brother,
Yeah,
he's
and the
not your
kid's just
therapist.
like,
Okay, bye, weirdo.
yeah, right before being like, oh yeah, I fucked your grandma, by the way. Which that was a whole nother that whole bit of the story was a little fucking weird.
I love how that
But
dude taught he's being super xenophobic against aliens while also looking like someone that would be an alien.
Well, that's just it. Like everything, it very much in that scene kind of sets up like, oh, these are like sovereign citizens.
Right.
We're gonna get into some hardcore racist territory because we're in Nebraska, and like they even make the joke like, oh, you're from Nebraska and you have no thoughts on Obama, like. Yeah. You're fucking definitely an alien. Of course, that's what everyone's like. Oh shit! All right, maybe this guy is an alien. Um, but man, I felt like they did a really fucking good job. Like it gave us the perfect characterizations of what we needed for Hal and for John. It set up the stakes really well, and it kind of gave us a again self-contained little world we can explore. Like it wasn't immediately trying to put it into anything going on with Superman or Peacemaker or Suicide Squad or anything else. It's so far very self-contained, and yeah, it's doing a good job, I feel, so far.
Yeah, no, I agree. My only minor complaint is I'm just not a big fan of like the jumping around time periods. But I mean, I'm only gonna be upset about that if it's something that's consistently like every episode we're jumping back and forth. Which,
I only have an issue with that when it doesn't lead to a satisfying payoff.
sure, I can see
Because
that.
I don't mind it because sometimes it is a great way to build tension in the story. Because like here, we basically ended with the mystery of okay, we know at some point Hal's dead as hell and his ring is missing.
Well, that's the thing. We were introduced to shapeshifters in this episode.
Yeah.
So is Hal dead, but the ring is missing, or is it?
Or,
So
or is it, either a shapeshifter or a manhunter impersonating him? So like it lends itself well into like an overarching mystery. We know that there's potentially three timelines at least we're kind of following, because I imagine we're going back to the childhood at some point again. There's no way we stop there.
yeah, and there might
Um,
so there might technically be 4 too, because we have the Rings timeline. We have okay, so we have Jon Stewart as a child in
yeah.
2016 and 2026, but we also have the Rings timeline of that backup being in 20 or 2006, I think. Because he said
Yeah.
it's been 10 years since. Because I think that's going to come back up, right? He's probably going to find the ring, and that's how he's going to interact with Hal throughout the series, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I
So,
don't think Hal proper stays around long. And I imagine at some point we have to talk about a second ring landing on Earth. Because at some point they're going to have to explain why Guy Gardner's active.
my theory is Guy was the Lantern in training underneath John, or hmm. Yeah, so that is fucky because him checking Guy or him checking Hal to see if he has the ring insinuates that he didn't have the ring either.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Unless that's how they tie it in, is Guy ran off with the ring potentially. Well, which I don't know, because unfortunately Peacemaker throws a weird fucking wedge into this. 'Cause I'm sure initially the idea was to just like throw Guy in there as like a throwaway joke because they had to redo the whole. Okay, well we got to retcon the Justice League thing. Well, we'll throw Guy Gardner in there. Why not? I guess. But now that kind of entirely contradicts the entire lore setup of like Hal Jordan only has had one apprentice up to this point, which is Jon Stewart. No one else has had the ring up to then. And now we're in modern day and the ring is missing. Is it because fucking Guy Gardner ran off with it? Is it because a manhunter has it or some other shapeshifter? Like, okay, but if there's still technically one green ring on the fucking planet, how the fuck does Guy Gardner have one then?
Right. Yeah, because it's weird circumstances too, right? Because like Hal even explains in the during the course of the show that the ring chose him, the ring found
Yeah.
him. But
Which makes sense. That's, to the T of, his origin story. I get that.
right, but John, he was elected as the trainee.
Yeah.
So,
And I
I don't know.
do appreciate that they mentioned that, you still need the light of Oa to go ahead and refresh the lantern ring.
Right.
So I imagine that will also be a plot point later on where we're going to have to be like, okay, well, not only do we need to keep track of the ring, but where's the lantern of Oa?
Right. And that's another cool thing. It's like they're not actively trying to dumb down the mythos to like make it palatable. They're just straight up like, nope. The ring
Yep.
has its ways it works and we're going to stick to it.
So I mean, I guess my kind of first initial question for you is one, do you think we do get space bullshit, or do you think that's like a season 2 thing?
No, I definitely think we get space bullshit. I think you're right on the money with calling out probably Parallax, or if not Parallax, it's going to be a shapeshifter situation where, like, I don't think that was how proper that we seen, and
Yeah.
it's one of those situations of like, okay, how far back have we not seen how proper, right? Uh,
Yeah.
because even like whenever his ring's talking about making backups, like the ring, like you feel like Hal would be up to date with that, but also there's the whole thing about like the ring would know if it's not the same person wearing it.
Yeah, because I gotta go back and double check the footage because it's interesting because in 2016, Ring Hao mentions it was 10 years since he was last backed up.
Yeah,
But when John Stewart was watching the footage, it was in 2004, wasn't it?
I don't remember that. I didn't pay
Yeah,
close
that's why I'm like,
attention.
I gotta double check, but I feel like it was like 2004 that he was seeing the footage, which would mean it was only 2 years after that that he had a backup.
I seen a thing that suggested that maybe the ring didn't come to Hal first. It went to John's dad, but his dad said that he was
Mm.
afraid. So that would make sense as to why, like, he's training Hal or training John to not be afraid the whole time. And whenever Hal said that was the question that he was asked.
Yeah, because that is one weird difference with the origin story is that like supposedly the bubble surrounded him in his home and then dragged him 20 miles to the crash site for an Absor, but he didn't really clarify if it was an Absor that dragged him there as he's fucking dying or if it was something else that brought him there.
Right.
So it could
Yeah,
have been like maybe John Stewart's dad was deputized and then was allowed to go ahead and bring him over.
yeah, it could be.
Because we see deputization all the time in Green Lantern.
Yeah, you get a little taste. You don't get it all.
Yeah. Whenever there's a cataclysmic event going on galaxy wide, all right, everyone gets a ring. Enjoy for a little bit.
Yeah, no, so far I'm super optimistic on where the show's going.
Yeah.
First episode, that pilot, really good, really solid. It was something to sink your teeth into. Um, it's really funny to see, fuck, I forget his name, but the guy that's playing Hal, like he's kind of entering
Yeah.
that Sean Bean territory where it's like, oh, he shows up, he's gonna die early, and he's gonna pass it off to the next person to lead it.
Oh
Kyle
man.
Chandler, that's his name.
He's doing such a good job of again, like that's the only reason I'm thinking like we might get Parallax
Yeah.
is just because he really is encapsulating that just fucking done with everything Hal Jordan.
Yeah, I really dig like this haggard kind of look on life that he's given. It's really not quite refreshing, but it's really interesting.
Yeah, because again, we always get the origin story when we go back and redo these heroes, and you can only it's kind of like how everyone was so happy with Tom Holland Spider-Man because we weren't just starting with the Uncle Ben story all over again. It was all right, he's fucking established as Spider-Man. Let's just keep moving. Let's go.
Right.
And that's kind of what this feels like. Is yeah, you have to kind of at least initially explain who the fuck Hal Jordan is, but then all right, cool. Let's just keep fucking moving. He was a superhero. He is a space cop. Let's go. Let's just keep moving.
Right. Let's move past it and let's get to the cool stuff.
Yeah. And a lot of the new DCU stuff has been hit and miss. But I'm really enjoying this one. I love Green Lantern, especially when Green Lantern isn't so adherent to being Green Lantern because I feel so many writers get obsessed with being like, okay, well, we got this space core and we have to do all these larger than life intergalactic stories. No, like the whole point of Green Lantern, at least to me as a Green Lantern fan, is it's about willpower. It is about the human spirit. A good Green Lantern story is about facing the odds and still having the wherewithal to say, I'm going to stand against it. Not because it's what I need to do or it's the right thing to do, but because I will do it. And I feel like that's what we're kind of setting up here for. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's just one of those relieving things. It's like after Supergirl, it's like, oh God, please don't, or Superwoman, it's like, please God,
Yeah.
let's not make everything this. Let's hopefully get some stuff that's actually like of content. And
Yeah,
after seeing this and seeing the trailer for Clayface, which they had at Comic Con and shit, it's like making me more hopeful. And it's one of those
yeah, I
situations with like, what the fuck happened to Supergirl or Superwoman to like get it to the point it was at? Meanwhile, these
no
other ones like
kidding.
are hitting the mark.
I don't get it, and I don't know if it's just James Gunn is now in like the Feige situation where he's stretched too thin on so many projects that he's not able to rein it in, or honestly, even some of the weaker points of the writing, people could argue, oh, I mean, that's just some of James Gunn's weaknesses as a writer, but like,
Yeah, it's one of those interesting things too, because when he was first dropped as like the creative head or whatnot for the DCU, he dropped a timeline of like stuff that he's wanting to release, and I think like almost all of that's been like wiped off now, besides like
yeah,
ones that have actively released. 'Cause we lost the Amanda Waller show and like some other show that
yep,
was coming out, which is like okay, good. We didn't need those. But then they also had like I think it was the Foundation and like some other big movie. It's like okay, these would be really cool, and then those just dissipate. So it's like, what do we
yeah,
have going
because like the
forward?
sequel series for Creature Commandos was canceled as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. And that was one
Yeah,
that I hadn't watched that one, but I know a lot of people liked it. It was one of those ones I just kind of skipped over.
man, I don't get it. Like, DC shouldn't be this hard to adapt, but goddamn, fucking Warner Brothers fucking struggles with it. Holy hell.
Which is weird because we had a really good Doom Patrol adaptation. Like
Yeah.
we were so close. Like they're just finally figuring it out, and then like they had the whole shakeup with leadership, and it's like, well, now we have to figure it all back out again.
And it's even weirder because like the original Superman films were what kind of set the standard for what a superhero film should be in a lot of ways. And just haven't remembered how to do it since, I guess.
Yeah,
And
all we
even
know.
with, the Nolan trilogy, of course, everyone loves those. And I do like the fucking what's his face there, the Tim Burton, Batman films. I enjoy
Oh,
those, but
yeah, I love the Schumacher and the Tim Burton films. Like, I don't know, there's a part of me that I just love like the corny ass superhero stuff. Like, cause
yeah.
there's room for both. I mean, you can have the corny Silver Age shit, and you can have the Golden Age stuff too. It's fine.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's part of the problem is everyone feels like it's got to be taken so seriously. It's like, no, just have heart. Like that is the biggest crux that I feel like people misunderstand about DC is DC is full of heart, but they don't fucking focus on it.
Yeah, now it's you have to be gritty and like you have to have like strong emotion behind it, and it has to be like something dire. It can't just be like whimsical or
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, like every threat Superman's got to face has been fucking. It has to be cataclysmic. We can't have him going against regular shit. But again, I may have mentioned this on a podcast before, but like one of my favorite Superman stories is I can never remember the name of it, but it was like in the like early 2010s. There was a run of comics where the whole story was Superman was just kind of like having an identity crisis, struggling to figure out what good he does in the world, and he just fucking walks across the country and just does good deeds and just talks to people. And it's like that was a fucking wonderful, good, heartfelt fucking story of just like, yeah, that's fucking Superman. It's just making little changes in the lives of others because he can.
Yeah, I just wish superhero movies were in a position to where like they could do that, right? Like
Yeah.
imagine if in after that Superman movie that we had, imagine if after that instead of doing Man of Tomorrow, like going bigger and more bombastic, if we did like a smaller like almost like an indie film vibe, like same guy playing Superman,
Yep.
he just goes out on the road, he does the Forrest Gump. He just goes running across the
Yes.
nation. And I mean that could easily
Th-
be like one of those like almost like the award season bait type movies, like the heartfelt music in the background, voicing over him having a conversation with like a coffee with like a elderly man or something. You know, just shit like that. It's like
Exactly. Like there's so many plot lines where, you can still keep things small scale. Like again, I don't know what it is with DC's animated productions, but they fucking always hit. Like Superman versus the Elite, that was a phenomenal adaptation. That again, it was small stakes in the grand scheme of things because he's not even necessarily going up against 5 superpowered entities. Most of them don't have powers. They're using technology to mimic powers, and it's entirely a story of like, okay, the entire world wants to keep pushing Superman. He's gonna give them a reason to be like, look, you don't want to push me. I promise I'm the good guy. I'll show you what you want to see if you want to actually see me be the bad guy. But at the end of the day, like I'm here because I care about you guys.
Right. Yeah, I'm not the one guy you want to fight against.
Yeah, and again, like it's especially rebooting the series. It's so weird to immediately, like I have a lot of mixed feelings about Smallville. I don't know where your thoughts on Smallville are.
Yeah, I'm so far removed from that. I never watched it as a kid growing up or anything, and it's just not something that I was hugely into.
Fair. I had a lot of mixed feelings on it because I did watch it growing up, and there are definitely some amazing moments where it encapsulates those human moments, especially between Superman and Lex Luthor, which again, those are missing from the greater continuity of all the films. They don't have the breathing room. And maybe that's the secret sauce with DC. Maybe DC needs to not be films, but just be TV series.
Yeah, I can.
Give the characters time to breathe.
No, I can see that for sure.
But all that said, yeah, that's my thoughts on fucking Lantern, and thoughts on Lantern there.
No, I'm super hyped for it. It's something that we're gonna have to yap about on a week to week basis and see where we're at.
Hell yeah.
Because if it's one of those shows that nails the landing, I can see it being good for sure.
Oh, 1000%. So I guess before we dive into Kingdom Hearts proper, we do have to say, rest in peace to the original voice actress for Kyrie.
Yeah, that's so
Hayden Pierrette there.
yeah, unfortunate, but I mean,
Sounds like
so
it was
young,
overdose from what they were saying.
yeah, something like that. It's unfortunate too because I seen like I guess she had a younger brother that passed away a few years ago. It was from heart problems, but
Yeah, enlarged heart.
that's
And
terrible.
she herself, she actually just like 2 months ago finally released her book talking about a lot of the abuse and horrible shit she suffered through growing up as a child actor and into her young adult years. And I haven't read the book yet myself, but just kind of like the little glimpses I've seen of it, she's been through some fucking shit,
It's
and
so
it's fucking
unfortunate.
horrific.
Yeah.
Um, to segue into it, man, so it's interesting because on the first day of D23, we got a trailer for
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 4, but
Mini trailer.
then we got a mini trailer, then we got the extended version for Kingdom Hearts 4 on the actual Kingdom Hearts conversation. And this is why I was like, if you know the Disney movies well enough, you can kind of piece together what's happening, because we have Donald Duck and fucking Goofy going to Hades and hell and be like, yo, where's Sora? Which the audacity of them looking for Sora in hell. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I love so it looks like to me that they're going to like all different versions of hell to try to find them because they even go to the afterlife and Coco to try to look for him
Yeah.
too. So I love that insinuation of them being like, okay, Sora's dead. Let's just go to all the places that we know dead people are.
And
Like
it's fascinating. Oh
so
man.
so does that mean that they're going to go to fucking Halloween Town to try to find Sora?
I imagine we might get a scene with that because from all the worlds that we've seen thus far, 'cause, Coco's the first official world other than the Quadrum that we've had confirmed.
Right.
Very much a lot of the theme seems to be afterlife, passing on, kind of moving forward after grief. Because again, the unfortunate thing is a lot of what was supposed to happen to explain what we're leading into with Kingdom Hearts 4 was in that now canceled mobile game. And in that canceled mobile game, they basically explained that the Quadrum is basically like Valhalla for Keyblade wielders,
Yeah.
which makes sense why Xehanort's there. Because this motherfucker won't go away. Jesus Christ. It's not enough to have 13 of this fucking clown hanging around. We needed a 14th of him.
Right. I thought I got rid of all your Horcruxes, old man.
And even Zigbar calls it out, like, in this new trail of like, you look pretty fucking good for an old dude over there. It's like, shut up, Zigbar. Shut the fuck up. You're still technically part of him. Shut the fuck up.
You're part of the problem.
Also, I thought we got actually no, that's right, because he's the one that ran off the chest at the end. That's right. That's right. It's been a hot second since I played 3, so I
Same. I still haven't played through the DLC for it yet. That's what I was playing it on.
same. I'll eventually play through it because I'm now especially getting the wife ready before it's time for Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yep.
But that's one of those things where, again, there's so many weird little like story elements that are kind of not filled in. Like, we still don't know who Demix is, the fucking guitar player of Organization 13.
Is that the sitar guy?
Yeah, the
Okay.
one that uses water and dances and plays music there. Yeah.
Yeah, the music note
Because
guy.
we know the original people for like everyone in Organization 13 except him.
Oh, who they're nobodies of, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Axel's Lee, and he's a revive now, and a lot of the other Organization 13 members are kind of revived in some capacity now.
Mhm.
But he's still a mystery, which a lot of people are like, that must mean he's the Master of Masters, because that's the next big story arc is, who the fuck is the Master of Masters? Which, if we weren't building to it being Xehanort in, his 80th form being the Master of Masters, I don't know who the fuck you're pulling out of your ass to be the Master of Masters now. Unless we're gonna be like, but Sora's also has like 70 forms out there, because we already have him in Riku, we have him technically in Naminé, we have him in Xion, fucking, he's got a bunch of them. Also, he's kind of part Ventus in some way. Sora, I guess, already has like a billion fucking Soras out there. Maybe Sora is also the Master of Masters.
I keep seeing people unironically assume that, so maybe.
But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the trailer. So, kind of breaking it down here. So we do see Sora in the Quadrum,
Yes.
and they make mention of like the Dandelion unit, which makes me think that Sora's in basically kind of like a Spec Ops fucking unit in this world.
That's just so funny to me, him just being thrown into this world of like all these people that know each other and have known each other for however fucking long, and he's just like, I'm the new guy.
Yeah, I'm the newest to Keyblade Valhalla. Nice to meet you.
Hey, this guy Xehanort? Yeah, I sent him here for you.
Yeah, I sent like 80 of them here. Enjoy. But also, so much of this world screams what Versus 13 was supposed to be. It's insane.
That's the big part. It's like, okay.
Like, even right down to like the guard designs that are in here, and even some of the Neo Heartless designs feel like some of the, like, if you go back and compare them to like how Ifrit and Shivu were supposed to look like originally for 13, so many of the new Heartless designs kind of scream that Versus 13. And even Yozora at this point feels like that's what Noctis was originally supposed to be.
Yeah, no, he that was what I was about to say. He literally is. He said that was just like his translation of it, just bringing it over to Kingdom Hearts now. So it's like, all right, well, we literally are just doing verses.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 / Versus 13 finally. Yeah, and it's interesting because in the first trailer we got, we saw Sora with the different Keyblade, which a lot of people are like, it looks like it might be like a Moana inspired Keyblade, but we don't see that one here. So that makes me think that Quadrum is probably going to be the first world we're in, and then Coco will be the first world we visit. But interestingly, Sora gets his Keyblade in Coco, because usually we always get the new Keyblade charm at the end of the world.
Yeah, I was really wondering like how the Quadrum was gonna work out. Like, is that just gonna be our new Traverse Town, you think?
Yeah, I think they'll be the new Traverse Town, but I think it's going to go beyond even what Traverse Town was, because there's been a lot of murmurs that this is going to have like the most amount of worlds in it, but so many of the worlds are like little one-off segments in them.
Yeah.
Because there's like murmurs that there's a Cars world in here. There's murmurs of there being Return of Big Hero 6, and even getting a few worlds that are Wreck-It Ralph. But it wouldn't make sense to do multiple full worlds of Wreck-It Ralph. It would make more sense if, like, again, where Toy Story already set up Quadra being a video game in their universe, that Quadrum exists as kind of like this multiversal transfer unit that can go into like other game states as its way of spreading itself around to other worlds.
Yeah, that's really interesting to think about. I was thinking also Wreck-It Ralph would be cool as like a mini game world, kind of like replacing
Yeah.
the 100 Acre Woods.
Oh yeah, because we haven't really had anything that to fill that spot since then, honestly.
Yeah, give me some Wreck-It Ralph shit. That'd be so fun. Treat it like a golden saucer, kind of.
Yeah, that'd be phenomenal. And it would make sense because I think there was like a murmured like 4 Wreck-It Ralph inspired locations for it. And if you're doing it as like a mini game collection, or again, kind of leaning into the idea that in other worlds, the Quadrum is like a video game, it makes perfect sense where you can go ahead and just go into this smaller world that's just like this one little bite-sized chunk, enjoy it, and then move on.
Yeah, and part of me wonders also like how many original worlds we're gonna get here too, because I feel like we'll probably get something like Hollow Bastion, like adjacent or some shit, right?
Yeah, like maybe even restore to Radiant Garden again.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
And we know we're definitely getting Moana. There's no way we don't.
Oh yeah.
Um, Obviously, Coco's been confirmed. I would be surprised if we didn't get another Frozen world, because I feel like they really missed screwed the pooch on Frozen the first time around.
I can see that too, especially with Frozen 3 being announced and being a thing that's
Yeah.
coming out too.
And Frozen 2 would have been like a thing going on during the development as well.
Right.
So I don't see we don't revisit Frozen in there. Um,
I'm
there's so
I'm
man.
I'm still coping hard for Star Wars. I just want a fucking lightsaber keyblade so
I,
bad.
again, there's so much of that very original teaser footage. I'm like, that's Endor. You can't tell me
Right.
that is not Endor.
That's my thing too, is just watching that. It's like, holy shit, I know those trees.
Yeah, there is nothing in Disney that screams that. This has to be fucking Endor.
I think
Um,
that's the big thing for me. If they show off like Star Wars and it looks like good, that's gonna be the one that's gonna get me. It's like, all right, all aboard.
Also, where a lot of the world seem to lean more into a more humanoid, realistic kind of sense,
Yeah.
I do wonder if it also opens up the possibility of some more obscure titles. Like, I know I'm fucking coping with this. I know I'm coping when I say this. Like, could you imagine a fucking Black Cauldron?
Black Cauldron would be so sick. I was also thinking like ones that we definitely would be getting, like Treasure Planet or like an
There,
Atlantis.
oh man, I don't know. There was a lot of Treasure Planet shit going on at D23 this year.
Yeah.
And even in Lorcana, they've started they've had a lot of sets where Treasure Planet was the focus. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's
they're
right.
trying to keep interest in the IP for a reason. Like,
I think Treasure Planet was also like a cut world, supposedly.
yeah, Treasure Planet and Gargoyles were 2 worlds that were cut originally from Kingdom Hearts 1.
Gargoyles would be sick too. Shit.
I'd fuck with Gargoyles so goddamn hard.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy because like thinking through it, like a lot of these feel like they'd work until like you get put into them. Like the King, like Lion King. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, Pride Rock, and that'd work fine. But like once you get it, and like I don't really like the character transformations, like especially whenever it changes too much. Like
Yeah,
the
it's a little goofy. Like, Halloween Town gets away with it because, like, oh, it's Halloween, you're dressing up, whatever.
yeah, that
But
works.
when you weirdly have, like, in Atlantica, fucking Donald Duck becoming half octopus, and you got two Goofy becoming half turtle, it's like, what are we doing here?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I would love more like humanoid places to go, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm one of the weird ones. I really enjoy like the pirate levels. Like those never fucked with me. I always thought those were a lot of fun. It was a cool change of pace.
They stand out so, especially in the original PS2 version. I saw the
Yeah.
HD models, and they seem like they're much better aligned nowadays. But going back to the original PS2, when you still had like super cartoony Sora, Donald, and Goofy in realistic pirates, because I let slip that like, oh yeah, and then the Pirate series ever since Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of comes around. I was like, what the fuck do you mean Pirates of the Caribbean is fucking Kingdom Hearts? I'm like, oh shit. We'll get there. I promise you we'll get there. You will have Jack Sparrow and fucking Sora teaming up. It's wonderful.
That's cute.
But it is kind of one of those things where I'm there's so many possibilities and so many deep wells they can pull into for Kingdom Hearts. But the big question still in everyone's mind, and especially in my mind, because I was pissed about this with Kingdom Hearts 3, we're gonna see Final Fantasy characters again.
Yeah, that's what I'm really hoping for. And so I haven't played through the DLC yet, but supposedly the DLC helps clear some of that up, from what I've heard
Yeah.
or from what I've read so far. And if that's meaning like, yeah, that's our cap on that. You got your answers, and that means we're not getting any going forward. I'm going to be bummed.
Agreed. Oh shit, I gotta pee real quick, and then I'll
Well,
finish my thought. But if you
yeah,
want to fill time real
no,
quick while
I'll
I
keep
pee,
yapping.
I'll
So,
be
like,
right back.
the unfortunate part about that is if we lose Final Fantasy characters, period, I mean, we're just losing out on so much like extra cool shit that's not even necessarily story related. Like we lose out on the Sephiroth fight. We lose out on like cool cosmetics that we can get out of that. Um, I don't know. Maybe you can read that as like, oh, you're just farming this franchise for this shit. But sure, I mean, that's the whole thing. Kingdom Hearts is. Kingdom Hearts is essentially Final Fantasy meets Disney, and I mean, if there's an issue with that, then it's just not the franchise for you. Sorry, not sorry. Um, hell yeah. No, I agree. I agree, Trey. God damn, they just leave the fucking inmates with the keys nowadays. Terrible. Hmm. I wonder if there's like any rumored planets. Let's see. Uh, 6 worlds. Okay.
All right, but yeah, because like my whole thought with the Final Fantasy characters is like I get it. Nomura has said in several interviews that the original pitch wasn't actually meant to be Disney crossover Final Fantasy. That he leaned on the Final Fantasy characters because there wasn't an established lore already for Kingdom Hearts for those characters to stand up on their own, and the eventual goal was that eventually Kingdom Hearts itself would be loved enough that they need the Final Fantasy characters. But the problem is that just because you don't necessarily need them to prop the series up doesn't mean they can't be there. You have the summoning system. Why haven't we had some like proper Final Fantasy summons as fucking summons? Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1 had Sephiroth as super bosses. They're not really explained, they're just fucking there. Again, especially where the Coliseum is in every mainline fucking Kingdom Hearts game. Why aren't we just throwing in the random little fucking cameo where, all right, maybe Noctis is a fucking super boss fight, maybe Lightning is a super boss fight,
So
you know?
that's exactly what I was just saying whenever you walked away.
Yeah,
It's like they don't have to be main story contributors, right? They don't have to like have story beats wrapped around them. Like they can show up in like different ways. Like you
yeah,
could find a chocobo somewhere that you have to ride for like a world
yeah.
event or something, or the you could, like you said, end up fighting like there's a question mark in the arena, and turns out the question mark is like you said, fucking lightning or someone. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, this is the completely new character that we haven't seen. That would be fucking awesome. Like it doesn't have to be story beat related. Um,
And don't get me wrong, I love the sword beats. The Battle of the Thousand Heartless,
oh
when you
yeah,
have fucking Skull and Cloud back to back fighting Heartless, don't get me wrong, that will always live in my mind as one of the hypest fucking video game moments because never in Final Fantasy are we ever gonna get that. So thanks to Kingdom Hearts, we have fucking Cloud and goddamn Squall back to back fighting thousands of enemies together. Love that. Fucking phenomenal. As a Final Fantasy fan, geek the fuck out about that. We'll always geek the fuck out about that. But again, I get it. They don't always need to be relevant, but still, there's so many a vast library of Final Fantasy characters that just can still pop up places. Fucking Kingdom Hearts 2, you randomly had fucking Cypher as a kid, even though you had Adult Squall bullying Vivi. But then also, like, the mayor of Traverse Town was fucking Seltzer from goddamn Final Fantasy 6. Like, all right, sure. I'll go with this weird fucking mixture of our Final Fantasy characters. And again, after that initial sequence, you don't see Cypher again, you don't see Vivi again, you don't see Setzler again. All right, cool. I don't need to. Just sprinkle them in. Like, just let me enjoy, or at least have more nods. Give me Cactar as a summon. Fucking give me Ifrit or Shiva again, the original summons. Give me them as actual fucking summons in Kingdom Hearts. Do something at least to fucking have a nod back to Final Fantasy. They don't need to be the most plot relevant things. I'm not asking them to steal the show and run with it, but like, fucking still have them there. There's no reason not to. As much as people loved Kingdom Hearts for Disney, they loved it for Final Fantasy, and it's so weird to just turn your back on that audience entirely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I can't remember what came first. I'm pretty sure I played Final Fantasy VII first and then played Kingdom Hearts. And it was one of those moments like, oh, hey, I know some of these characters and I don't know some of the other ones. And it's one of those
Yeah.
situations where it brings me to the other games. Like, it makes me actively interested in seeing like what else there is. Like, oh, I miss this cool character because I didn't play their game. It's like, all right, well, guess I got to check them out now.
Again, in a weird way, Kingdom Hearts was kind of like Square Enix's Avengers, where it's like, all right,
Yeah, no
we're getting a
shit.
big crossover of all these characters. Cool, I don't know those characters. Let me go play. Like, again, fucking, I got, I don't have my deck up here, but I got Vivi sleeves. Again, I went to my local card shop. I played, at my local, weekly for Lorcana. Bunch of kids were like, "Oh, I know Vivi." I'm like, "Oh, you played Final Fantasy 9?" No, I played Kingdom Hearts 2 recently.
Hell yeah,
Like
you did.
that's fucking wild to me. Like that again, fucking kids are going through, they're enjoying Kingdom Hearts, which again makes sense. They're playing fucking Lorcana. They're of course they're into Disney shit, but
Yeah.
like they know Vivi, even though he's only a very minor character in Kingdom Hearts 2, but he left such an impression in just the 5 minutes that he's in Kingdom Hearts 2 that they see my card sleeves of Vivi and they go, "Oh, I love that guy." Like that's what it should be. Like just
Side tangent. Do you think Kingdom Hearts gets added to Lorcana ever?
there's no way it doesn't. Like, Lorcana has actually pulled some fucking deep cuts from Disney. In the next set, we're getting fucking Figment thrown in there.
Yeah.
But we've had Black Cauldron, we've had Gargoyles, we've had both classic and newer DuckTales in there. There's even been some things alluding to like Oliver and Company in there.
That's
Yeah, there's some insane deep cuts. Like I said, Treasure Planet was like a major focus of several sets already in Lorcana. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like they seem to really be into it. The next block is going to be focused on villains, and Hades is already being kind of brought up as the prominent villain, which again makes sense if they're trying to line into what's going on with Kingdom Hearts potentially.
yeah,
And then
and
after
that set's introducing the collector packs, isn't it?
Yep. That set's introducing collector packs. Hyper City is introducing Coco. And then the set after is introducing Onward, which
I'ma tell
again, who fucking cares about Onward?
That's what I was fucking I literally said this in one of the previous podcasts. Like, yeah, I don't care for the one with Tom Holland in it, and you both were
Yeah.
like, "What? That was good."
But yeah, no, it's just one of those things that it's like, they're willing to do the deep cuts, and I can't imagine that when we get to 2027, because the reveals are basically putting us into like mid 2027 for the cards. There's no way when we get to like end 2027, which is, we're estimating maybe November, December for Kingdom Hearts 4. There's no way there isn't a set that it has something going on with it, especially where during the conversation, it's actually a perfect way to segue it back in. Nomura confirmed that also Maleficent is playing a larger role again
That's
as the
cool.
villain of it. So it's kind of one of those things that's like, oh shit, she's coming back again as a villain, which we haven't seen her since 2, really. Howdy.
Right.
Hey, you watch
So,
the Creep
like,
Tales?
What?
You guys heard about the Creep Tapes? The Creep Tapes? Have you guys heard about those?
oh yes, the
No.
Duplass. Yeah.
Three Point Creep Show is
So
one of my favorite movies. I keep forgetting to watch that
yeah,
show because it's on Shutter. I don't have Shutter.
yeah, it's a dude from the League, the funny guy, funny haha guy, or one of the guys from the
He's the
League,
guy from
Mark Duplass.
Backrooms.
Yeah, and the Backrooms. Yeah, I haven't watched Creep Tapes either. I've heard it was good.
They just got season 3 right now, or I guess it's
Oh
coming out in a
shit.
bit. So yeah, I didn't watch that. I've heard it's really good.
But yeah, going back to Lorcana, David, that's what I was wondering. Like,
Yeah.
if they do Kingdom Hearts, do you think they do like a serialized Kingdom Key, do a one of one Kingdom Key?
Well, especially now that they are doing like the serialized fucking cards and the collector
Right.
sets, I could see that being a thing where, you know, kind of like how Magic the Gathering had that serialized the one ring that Post Malone owns there.
Yeah.
Shitty fucking card, but he owns it. Also, again, kudos to him. He doesn't have it locked up in fucking a brick sleeve. He actually plays
Yeah.
with the goddamn card like a goddamn baller, as you should. Cards are meant to be played with, not be collector's items.
It's so funny. He plays the card and he's like, "Hold on." He uses like the actual card as like the proxy.
Yeah. Again, I fucking rock, you know, a $400 deck, and it's just because I have managed to pull a lot of good rare full arts off of my cards.
Hell yeah.
Because that's what cards are meant to be. They're meant to be played.
Slang them shits.
Exactly.
Even that one
But
ring
actually,
that,
perfect timing.
Even that
yeah.
one ring that Post Malone has, he played that shit.
Yeah.
So I respect.
But yeah, so that's actually perfect time, and I feel like we were more or less kind of wrapped up on Kingdom Hearts there.
Hell yeah. I was like, did I miss our message? I've been kind of just on it for a while. I logged
No,
in.
we've had a lot to talk about because you know we went on about lanterns for a while, and then we dipped into Kingdom Hearts, and there was a lot to unpack with Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I
Quite a
dipped
bit.
in real quick. I saw a trade video with hell yeah. I'm like, cool. I hit him back with that, and just like, you guys do your thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, excited for it. You know, curious to see how the series progresses forward, but you know, excited for it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping we get it on physical since turns out a lot of games are not doing that.
Well, that leads into the next story I was going to have is, I mean, it's a crapshoot because it is happening. It sounds like it's November, December release date for it. And Sony has gone so far as everyone tends to forget Sony kind of has the monopoly on anime distribution in the West at this point.
That's
Because
true.
Crunchyroll has announced that they're ending physical sales of their media, which are owned by Sony now.
I think
And
I could be wrong because I was curious as to why, and I think I saw someone reference it, so I'm thinking that's it. But Colin, formerly of Kind of Funny, I actually and he's big into politics, right? A bit of a right, but not socially, which is I guess decent enough. But whatever. Did reach out to their local congressman, actually meeting with them, like sit down meeting to have a talk, and I think it's about the digital rights, which is
yeah.
something good. I think everyone needs to do that. Digital rights. Go reach out to your congressman. Go do that because that's a whole thing. I can't say we can budge on this physical stuff, but like we should get more rights on digital media because shit's fucked on that end.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
and there is a country that has won a lawsuit already against digital distributors because I don't remember the country's name, but in the country they do have like the specific legal wording that they are purchasing the digital copy of the game, and it's not like they get away with in a lot of countries here where it's like, oh well, you're renting a license to it, and it's in a country that actually has consumer protections, but in those protections it says that you actually are buying a digital version of it, so you have those rights to always have it. But continuing on with the story there, the kind of big thing is that again, you know, Sony owned Funimation. Funimation bought Crunchyroll. Sony then basically killed Funimation because Crunchyroll at this point had more marketing awareness than Funimation did. And they're shutting down. They're sunsetting a lot of their physical sales. So they've already confirmed that they're no longer doing physical releases for manga and light novels. in that they are doing a partial sunset of Blu-ray releases. The way that the Blu-ray releases are going to work for them going forward is that every release will be a limited run. You get one shot when they announced it that they're printing it, and if you don't buy it when they do that initial printing run, it's gone forever. Enjoy.
I mean, that sucks. I'll take that over just sunsetting it in general, though. Like, if I have to pick the lesser of two evils, I'll take a limited run format in terms of just everything I want, I guess, instead of just, I mean, like,
It just sucks. It still sucks because if you don't happen to have the cash during that
or if you
specific
get
time,
into it
then
later,
oh,
right?
shit.
If you imagine you stumble
Yeah.
across a really cool show and you want to go back and support it, and you're like, well, guess not.
Yep. Guess there is no supporting shit anymore.
Yep.
Whoops.
Several eras dying at once, honestly.
So again, it further illustrates what I've been talking about a lot on the podcast of like, again, people don't realize the insane level of stranglehold Sony does have
Yeah.
on the physical market when it comes to Blu-rays, and this is just another extension of it beyond even gaming.
I don't know. I genuinely just wonder if Microsoft can buck that at all. I think it's an interesting timeline if it happens.
You know what? We should have made HD DVD win the format wars.
We had a chance, guys.
Microsoft here wants to be a hero, and then also, why is everything so expensive?
Yeah.
I did have a kid say, what was it? So I'm trying to set up the room next door, right? We have the computer set up, and someone's like, we need more RAM in these computers. I'm like,
You're funny.
okay.
Good
And then
luck.
one of the kids looks at me like, yeah, I'm still gonna steal one of that piece of RAM. And I said, what? He's like, nothing. I'm like, no, the fuck you're not.
I will throw
Leave
hands.
my goddamn computer alone. Jesus Christ. We already don't have as much RAM as it is. I don't need you taking whatever fucking sticks we barely have as it is. Because yeah, the kids are spouting a bunch of computer terms. I'm like, you know what you're telling me is how it's not possible. Well, everything you're saying to me, I'm like, you're well aware of how expensive everything is, and we're not doing that. We don't have the money for that shit. Are you kidding me? What we got, it's like play nice, take care of it. We don't got anything else. Shit's crazy.
If I need to, I will call up a consultant that'll tell you how dumb you are right now.
No, I mean, like, I get it. It's just funny the way I'm like, yeah, we're not getting more RAM. We're seeing what we got, and you're gonna like it. Yeah.
Get good with 16 gigabizzles. I don't know what to tell you.
Honestly.
Did you see that Control? I guess they're pushing back their physical release for Resident.
Grr, what the fuck?
Yeah, they announced today that the game went gold, but the physical release was going to be pushed back to October.
Which sounds to me like there's starting to be, limited production queues at this point.
I guess I better pre-order my shit. All right.
Yeah, unironically, this last year, if there's something you actually want physical, pre-order it, because you may not get another chance.
Yeah, it says physical release date for the game has moved to October 15th. So, like 2.5 weeks after release.
And I'm getting an Xbox version. Because I don't trust Sony versions anymore.
Also, shout outs. It was also confirmed during D23. If you buy the Xbox version of Kingdom Hearts 4, you do get the Windows download copy as well.
Oh, fuck yes, I'm in. You know, this sold me so much, David. Calm the fuck down. I'm already sold on that version.
Hell yeah.
Did I already order this? This feels like something I should have already probably ordered or pre-ordered somehow, some way. I pre-ordered Fire Emblem for our special edition. I should probably cancel that because I don't want that.
Yeah, shit.
Control.
I canceled my pre-order just because I'm like, it's gonna be the same price when I go back to buy it later. So why am I pre-ordering it?
No, I saw, I think it was VGP or someone had the Steelbook edition. I meant to buy that. I don't know if I did or not. Let's see. Actually, let's go RS4. Anything else big that happened?
That was kind of the crux of it, really.
Hell yeah.
For D23 or for
I guess anything
For
in general.
D23, I don't know if you guys had any other news going on that you want to discuss.
well, there's the big one that happened just not too long ago. I guess Rockstar or Take-Two or someone got hacked, and a lot of GTA 6 is just getting leaked
I
to the
did hear
public
about
now.
that. Yeah. Netflix is
Yeah.
like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the the stuff that's from it is from the Netflix.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so just imagine being Netflix paying for that exclusive because I guess the stuff on Netflix is going online like later that day, but they're just
Mm,
getting it early. So imagine paying to get that early, and
that
it's just all leaking
sucks,
now,
dude.
anyways. Well, fuck them, but
Oh, good. The prayer for the Steelbook edition on Xbox is still available on VGP. Hell yeah.
ooh,
The Sony PlayStation version is all done, so definitely gonna
oh,
grab this one right now.
but yeah. So if you're wanting to stay away from GTA teasers, stay off Twitter.
Nah, I could do those. Is there anything interesting
Yeah,
that popped up in there?
Oh no, Grand Theft Auto spoilers.
I know.
I
No, it's
mean, I
no
mean, fair.
spoiler.
Like, so I mean, do give a shit about the story, but I mean, I don't care about I'm not like I can't. I gotta hide all the feature. I'm like, I'll see whatever. That's fine.
Right. No, it looks fucking beautiful. Like if this game runs without issues, it's gonna be amazing. It looks insane
Hell yeah.
just from like all the video being shared. Because there's a one clip where it has like like a monster truck just fucking going through like a bunch of mud, like it's a big mud bog, and it like the mud looks insane, like the volumetric and everything to it, like it's incredible.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, a real high quality trailer. So fingers crossed everything runs. If it does, this game's gonna be fucking sick.
And I can't imagine it wouldn't. And I feel like Rockstar's always been optimized pretty solidly on whatever they got.
Yeah.
Um, no, I'm trying to get this pre-order of Resonant before I fuck up. I'm gonna take a quick check on things. Oh, Gameplay League 2, interesting.
For
Um,
GTA, yeah.
let's
Yeah, like one of it's like this guy playing basketball because like I guess outside of your safe house there's a basketball hoop and you can just pick up a basketball and shoot.
oh hell yeah.
And it's like every time you shoot it gives you like +2 focus. So it's like, are you actually gonna have like individual stat sliders like San Andreas days, or how's that gonna work?
Okay, I see what you're saying. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, that's definitely something we can get to be fresh after 5. You know?
Right, especially after 5.
Yeah,
Give you more of a like the RPG feel to it. And
exactly.
for some reason, like a lot of the trailers are just like, so you play it, it's looking like you play as two characters, like a Bonnie and Clyde situation. I think the guy's name is Jason and the girl's name is Lucia.
Uh,
But there's so many trailers that's just Lucia, just like, okay, we're doing something so to get emphasis on her fat, juicy Latina booty.
hell yeah. Complain about that, but still, game's too woke probably.
Right, exactly. Game's gonna be too woke, even though you're gonna be staring at ass for like your whole game experience if you choose to play as her.
God help us.
Or they're gonna call her like not beautiful or something. Like she's not hot.
Wah, wah. She's not white.
I know. This is the only way I can get off.
God bless him. I don't think anything really popped up here.
Nah, those were the big ones.
Yeah. Former Saber Rider claims she was replaced by ChatGPT. Netflix shut down 2 more
Jesus.
game studios. Simpsons Hit and Run come back in some form.
What is?
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh yeah. I seen him talking about that creator, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Gentlemen, have anything to say to send off the crew at watch?
No.
Stay employed. Stay happily with your partner. God bless America.
Get employed, get a partner. Goodbye.
Yeah, you know what? Just contribute to society.
There you go.
It's always a good thing. Please contribute to society. Leave your legacy clean. Goodbye.